phone.
I'm glad I ain't recording none of that.
I got an all black. Just a disclaimer I'm throwing out there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in there.
I got both of
All
y'all.
black truck.
Don't let AJ touch it.
Fuck you, boy.
Is the view good?
Oh, the view is always good from the top, baby. It's always good from the top.
Oh, so you're a rider.
All right.
No.
All right, let's get this shit started.
All right. You want to do a countdown?
Do a countdown.
All right, so 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, we live, baby. How we feeling?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We're here.
Hey, you the man behind the desk. You going down, introduce everybody. Make it happen.
Well, I'll go ahead and introduce myself and then just pass the mic along. So what's going on? It's your boy, Austin Honeyman. I just want to throw a shout out real quick. I know that's
my word.
That's the favorite word.
T-shirt coming soon.
For the record, so every time you hear the word shout out, we're going to play it this time. Every time you hear the word shout out, you got to take a drink.
Well, mine will be a proverbial drink.
That's
You
fine.
would.
So I don't have my cup.
You would die.
I got plenty of them.
Yeah.
You just got to drink the burr.
Yeah, I don't want to move there.
No.
Burr.
You need the burr.
Nah, I'm going to go back to
But anyway,
tequila.
so yeah, Austin Honeyman. We actually doing a connection night. Shout out to my man and my brother-in-law, Ricky.
Hey.
We connecting my show, Word Around Town, with his show, BLACKSnYAC. So with
It's a
that,
crossover.
With that, I will cross it over to my man, Ricky. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, BLACKSnYAC, as I already said, we live.
Yeah, I heard it.
Once again.
BLACKSnYAC?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Hey, I was swallowing at the same time. Can you,
Whoa.
can you blame a man?
It's good to know you're not.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's
Hey.
good to know you're not a quitter.
or a spitter.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
Hey, to my left, as usual, my man Pat. How you feeling?
Chilling, man. It's always good to be here.
All right, we drove down to Virginia to make this happen.
That's right.
Hey.
Got the new studio set up.
Hey, great studio.
Well,
Y'all saw a
looking
preview earlier.
Real quick, though. We
But still
missing a
repping
person.
DC.
We're missing my man, so I got to throw it over to him. Pause. But my man's right here. Y'all can see him on the video. Go ahead.
Gave you a
Hey,
quick
I
pass.
appreciate the shout out. You know, we got Bret Waddle here. You know, coming from Norfolk. I've been all over Atlanta, Norfolk.
Shout
that's
out to
where
the
I stay
ATL.
right now.
Yeah, that's pretty
Atlanta's
much.
where I'm repping.
Hey,
Real
that,
quick.
That covers the U.S. I've been all over.
I've been all
Norfolk,
over.
Atlanta.
And Atlanta. Hey,
Atlanta.
Real quick,
That's
though.
pretty much it.
Real quick. So, a little background. Me, Ricky, and Bret have a little history together.
Oh, yeah.
First and foremost in the
I mean,
the fantasy football league.
Ooh.
I'll throw that out.
Yeah, Ricky's going to get quiet here, you know.
I'll tell you what, though, I am a champion.
Well, I mean, I love how he throws this word out. You know, the first year where we're all testing it out, getting everybody together.
Hey, yeah, over here playing
Like,
games. I'm
it's
here to
almost
win
like
money.
it's the trials phase.
I'm trying to get my invite back. I left for a year or two.
Whoa,
You quit.
Whoa,
I
yeah.
did.
You quit.
He definitely
I signed a
announced
3-year
that.
extension.
This dude had a 10-day contract. It wasn't even a 3-year extension.
He did put that out there. He's got a 3-year extension, and that's why he don't even make the playoffs these last 2 years.
Ooh.
I mean,
These no, last year, not this past season, I was actually I got a real big beef with Bret, but I'm gonna go into that a little bit later.
Okay.
The first season I won. The second season, shout out to Goon. I started off like 11-0.
He
Then
kinda
my
did.
half team got hurt. Half my
Who's
team
Goon?
got
Who's
hurt.
Goon?
Goon.
I was Goon.
Yeah, he goes.
I was like,
Ricky.
this year I'm just gonna fuck people up. I went by the name of Goon. Went to start off 11-0.
Okay.
Yeah, hurt,
Okay.
hurt motherfuckers.
Yeah, he was.
All right, so
intimidating at first.
Let me throw it another way too. So
You throw it all
did
sorts
you
of
win-
ways.
yeah. Oh my God, I can't fucking stand this dude.
Here he goes.
So you won last year? Is that the
Ooh, one. That's a strong word. I won a lot of money,
okay?
but I kind of am. When we talk about Atlanta, I'm like the Falcons. You know, 2 years back to back,
And
second
then,
place,
and then losing at the last second. Or?
I'm losing in the finale.
Yeah.
See, that's the difference between me and Bret. I win championships. He doesn't.
You know,
I mean, it is what it is.
I'll give him his
Okay.
props. He
Yeah.
gets to say this
I,
because he does.
I know
have
that
the dub.
feeling from your league, but his league I haven't won.
This is true. You did win our league last year.
I've been back to back. I'm like Golden State.
Oh,
I've been in championship every year so far.
Yeah, the Rockets just went back to back and they haven't been back since.
And that's fine. I'm gonna be back again next year.
Oh, I know you'll be back
Yeah,
again
yeah.
next year.
No. In the championship.
You'll be back wearing a dick costume.
Negative. But no, the other thing I was gonna throw out is, you know, every time that we have went to a basketball game, which is once,
One
Bret,
good time.
Bret in the playoffs. Bret has also won that.
Yeah. Ooh. What
And
year was
hold
that?
on, hold on. And every time that we go to a basketball game, I have won.
Okay, hold a second. Let's take it back for a second. John Wall got hurt in that series. He broke his hand.
Whoa, no.
He broke his hand.
No. This is the same John Wall that definitely won the first game with a broken hand.
He broke his hand in the second game when he fell down, and then Paul Pierce hit that. I call game 3.
He called game 3.
Beautiful moment in DC.
What game did we go to, Ricky? What game did I say, you know what? I'm ready to travel. I'm going to go to DC, be the only Atlanta fan in the crowd. And did I disappoint?
Them motherfuckers wanted to hurt you in that
Bro,
goddamn
that
arena.
shit. I was a little nervous that night.
That was
Remember
fun.
that big dude that was right next to sitting next to Bret?
Yeah, that was a big dude
Yeah,
right there.
He was mad.
You remember when Nene, he dunked it right on Horford, and he stood right in my face, and he was
flexing,
jumping up and down, flexing on me. I was like, okay.
I was like, hey, if something go down, I ain't got Bret's back tonight.
I looked at Ricky and Ricky Senior. I said, you guys got me right. Like, I'm good in this city, right?
Nah, you on your own.
Yeah, you on that one.
I did the same thing with Chicago one though. On what was that, Christmas Eve or the 23rd?
That's that's like my first or second day back in when I came back from Oklahoma.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, it was
we
a
got
great
to the
time.
game late. We sit in the 400 section.
And kind of a congeneric story here. Every time that I have drove back with one of y'all motherfuckers in my car, I got pulled over.
Ooh.
I got pulled over today.
You did?
I did. I caught a 74 and a 55.
Oh, yeah.
And we got pulled over that night on the way back.
Yeah, we
and
did.
we had to work that day.
Oh, yeah, that's the reason why.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with driving.
No, my driving skills are impeccable.
Yeah.
Only one on the road. He's still driving 20 over.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course.
Hey, that shit was crazy today. Cop pulled out his gun. I had to step in. I had to save the man. I had to talk him down. I was like, sir, you don't want to do this.
We didn't know you couldn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So thankfully I was there to make sure things didn't go out go astray.
It's always a good time.
Get back to your household and your wife.
It's always a good time when we link up. And now we could add Pat to the mix.
Yeah.
You know, Pat, he's been dodging coming down here and visiting us we've been here 4 years now. So
Dodging, a.k.a.
I'm about to say, it's the first time I get to meet
choosing
Pat.
to be out the country or somewhere else.
Hey, Pat too busy.
Enjoying life.
Pat's too good for us.
Hey, he's too busy
Nah,
living a
never.
single life.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Early?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early.
Of course.
Early.
He's been holding it. He's been holding it. He can only cradle them but so long.
Yeah.
When he says cradle, he's talking about his testicles, by the way. So
In your hands, if you didn't catch up.
these hands aren't worthy. It's like Thor's hammer.
Sorry for the humidity. They're a little moist.
A little from under cheese. Boy.
Hey, black people love that cocoa butter.
Man.
Oh, my God.
Jesus, speak for
Anyways,
All right.
Rick, you got a new special that we're starting off with.
Yeah,
tonight.
so BLACKSnYAC, this is a new thing I just came up with. I call it a 6-pack in the black. It's basically for my beer drinkers out there. Shout out to whoever's sipping on. Pretty much 6 questions. Then you have a bonus that I ask about somebody in the panel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's directed. The 7th question is directed to one to 3 of you.
Quick
So
release.
so it's always it can
it can
like
be
a rapid
random.
fire.
Yeah.
Exactly. Concise answers.
I like
And,
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain the rules a little bit.
All
more
right, so
in
pretty
detail.
much you can look at it as a game. So I ask a question. I have the time in my head how long I want the question to go on for. I'll turn it over from just like spades.
Okay.
You're dealing out cards. Goes from left all the way around. So Pat go first. AJ,
Gotcha. Okay.
Bret,
That's-
back to me. Everybody get their answer real quick. Just think about it, answer it.
Can the people at home play when they watch this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you want to give your answers too. I mean, just type it below in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Just think about it real quick. Just type your answer out. It's some very thought provoking shit. Some are funny. Some are like, let me think about that. But just give an answer.
All right.
Yeah, give an answer.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Now nobody knows these questions except for me.
I know this.
Yeah, and I keep like that for a very.
I was
specific
wondering where
reason.
the hell you were going with this earlier.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even want to tell you anything.
No, I like that.
This is all organic on camera.
So wear the rubber or don't wear the rubber?
I prefer the rubber off.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to feel the skin.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep mine on.
You have to.
Nah,
you know?
I like. I thought we were all gambling here.
Nah. You show me the test results, and I'll put on lambskin.
Hey, make sure it's a blood test. We have to see what it's hitting on.
Yeah, as
All right.
opposed to urine.
Hey, sometimes that
What
shit can
doctor
be.
you going to?
Hey, sometimes you never know.
Oh Jesus.
Blood don't lie though.
I'm celibate.
Y'all ready to play this shit or not?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. First question. How will humans as a species go extinct?
besides the planet burning up, if we continue to never focus on global warming, if
I thought these were quick answers.
if hell, you know, if
All right, AJ.
Nuclear warfare.
Okay, Brett.
I'm gonna go with a deep thought. You know, religion in general. I
Okay.
think just difference of religions.
That's not bad.
That's interesting.
Think about it.
All right, I'm willing to go in on that one for a little bit.
Hold a second. Me personally, it's it'll be self-destruction.
I like
War.
that too. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one too.
And that can
War,
tie into-
technology, anything be self-destruction.
I like that.
Yeah.
Y2K.
It could be Y2K never happened.
But we lived it.
number 2.
Yeah, a year changed.
2012. You know, that was supposed to be something too. I didn't see nothing.
I didn't know about that.
Exactly.
I know Y2K was
Exactly.
like, everybody was worried about the
It was the
computers.
Mayans or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
All right.
What is the least attractive name for a woman?
Bert.
Bert? Kind of what? Is that a woman's name?
Exactly.
Bert, how many
Next.
Berts you met?
Okay, all right, sure.
Gertrude.
Oh, any Mona. Mona, that would scare me.
Monica. Mona.
Mona?
Maybe it's just the Mona Lisa.
think-
You
I
know,
don't
like,
think-
there's
okay,
only
okay,
one
okay,
of them.
I don't think.
I don't want to see
I
another
don't think
Mona.
Bill Clinton would agree with you on Monica.
Me personally, I'd probably have to go with Ashley.
Oh, okay. Jesus. Shots fired.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's right.
Bam. Load it up.
We gotta be
Wow.
careful with this camera. It's shaking a little bit.
Which one?
His.
His?
Yeah.
Who's shaking it? You the one at the table?
I'm not touching the table.
You keep swinging back and forth.
I'm going like this.
Whoa, what was that?
Didn't shake.
Huh, interesting. Okay.
I think it's 3.
Oh, you know what it
it
is?
is. That chord.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashley for me, definitely,
could be
100%.
That's a surprising name to bring up. You know, there's a lot of Ashleys around here.
All right, in 40 years.
We instantly just lost a subscriber.
If she was gonna subscribe in the first 5-10 minutes, yeah,
Done.
unsubscribe.
Hey, we on the same fantasy
You
league.
guys
I
won't
gotta
see
take my
me
shots when I
again?
can.
Special guest appearance. You know, you might never see me again, everybody, but
Oh, Brett's last appearance. We're gonna make it count.
Nah,
All right,
nah.
I'll be back.
We'll talk about
Don't
that
worry.
later. Yeah, we'll talk about that
later in the show. Okay, in 40 years, what would people be nostalgic for?
Jeez.
Can I get that in a sentence?
Yeah.
Nostalgic. I have a great one, but I'll go first.
Yeah, go
I think
first.
people will be nostalgic for a time before the internet.
Yeah, but that sort of doesn't make sense.
Nah, he's saying like the internet's gonna go out eventually.
No, I'm saying like, all right, I think people would be nostalgic for a time before social media.
I thought nostalgia.
Yeah, but that
was like
doesn't make
something
sense
that
because
you
you're
have
talking
to-
about
Nostalgia is
present.
something that
affection. For
No,
the
I'm
past.
talking
Something they'll be known
It'll
for.
be affection
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
past.
You're talking
yeah,
about
affection for the
present day.
the past before social media.
Yeah, but so to say,
Okay,
You-
that makes sense. Now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
I don't.
like people people may be nostalgic for cassette tapes from different
Yeah,
generations.
I get it.
So then it would be more accurately today. What are people nostalgic for?
In 40 years, that's what I said. In 40 years, what people be nostalgic for?
I don't know. Flat screen TVs.
Okay, that's something
I'm gonna go ahead and get real personal. Say family.
interesting.
I might not be here in 40 years.
Ooh.
Okay,
That's deep.
I was gonna say, you know, playing devil's advocate, I would say technology would actually be what we'd be nostalgic for. The advancement of technology, of how life will be so easy. You know.
ooh, I see where you're going there with that one.
So they would be nostalgic for the slowdown.
Almost
Because
for.
the rate of speed for technology is only increasing.
Which
But
is
it could
true.
die
So
off.
there's
We don't-
a saying that technology is the fastest it's ever been and also the slowest. And that's to allude to the fact that it's going to constantly be advancing.
That is true. Definitely.
But anyway,
Interesting topics. Okay, if you could, what kind of cult would you like to start?
Jesus Christ.
Cold.
Why do I look at?
go fund Patrick and his business interests. Cult.
Nice, AJ.
Fuck.
Very personal.
I
Love
don't.
it.
Why I look over at Bret and I just see the sheets on top of his head?
Jesus
Christ.
Wow.
And
Damn.
and what's worse, that was
This is why they invited me.
Now,
everybody.
it was, no, but what's worse is that was his first thought when thinking about what cult he would join.
Yeah, no, I was gonna be funny. And I was
I
gonna
thought
be,
we're starting new cults here.
yeah,
Come on,
new
that's
cult.
old.
A new
school.
cult.
It's new cult.
Okay.
AJ, what you got? You can start a cult. A religion, a following.
I don't know, man. I don't really believe in cults like that because I mean I get where they come from, but I don't want people to follow me or the way I'm living. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be themselves. I couldn't. A cult isn't within my blood, so I'm not gonna answer this one. I can't get with that.
You're a vag.
Yeah, I don't
be
like that
that.
answer. Brett, what you got?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I'll be that.
I'm gonna pull the the dream scenario of almost like what I hope heaven's like is I'm just gonna be playing sports all day in this cult, and we're just gonna be relaxing in a man cave, maybe doing podcasting. Who knows?
That's what I'm talking. That's a good ass answer.
But this is what I'm hoping a cult's gonna be like. We're just doing what I like.
BLACKSnYAC cult.
Yeah, that's my answer. BLACKSnYAC. A cult of black. A little bit easier. Is a hot dog a sandwich, and is a cereal a soup?
Cereal is for sure not a soup. And
Yeah, it's kind of built like a soup.
I stand by my answer.
Okay.
Did you just try to convince me to go to
I'm just talking. Going. Hot dog. What you think?
ignorance? Like soup? No. But come over
All right,
here.
AJ. What you got?
No for the soup, but per the Armed Forces Recipe Services,
Hey.
a hot dog is a sandwich.
I would
Hey.
agree.
He
Hot
brought
dog
it
is
out.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
Yeah,
Hey.
a piece of meat between two pieces.
buns.
Yeah.
There's some ingredients.
The sodomy count as a sandwich?
Is
A piece of meat between two buns.
I mean, it's illegal in Texas. Just letting y'all know that. All right, Brett, what you got? What you got, baby?
I'm gonna give a double no on that one. I mean, that's not even a question with the soup scenario. When I put cereal in the milk, I'm not thinking, oh, this could be soupy. Like that's the last thing I'm thinking. Actually,
Well, knowing your background, a lot of soups are milk based. Just to be devil's advocate over here.
I mean, milk based. I'm more of a water based CS. If that's what you're implying, I'm guessing that's where you're going with that.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly
guessing
where I
that's
was
where
going
you're
here.
going with
Yeah,
that.
that's where I was going.
But I'm a water based guy myself. But
You must
So
are 70% water.
Prepackaged.
prepackaged.
Prepackaged
I don't
bread.
read ingredients or directions. I don't do that well.
In your second class?
I mean, quotas must have been high.
I'm in the Navy.
Jesus Christ! All right, no one else understands this conversation. For me, it's a yes and a yes. Check that out.
Okay, we're not going to get into
No, there's no way you can argue that.
Yeah.
It's like it's
yeah, you
whatever.
can go all day on
Yeah.
that. It's-
All right, what is something that's really popular right now? When in 5 years, everybody will look back on and be embarrassed by.
the whip and the nay-nay.
I'm about to say mumble rap. That's obvious. That's
Okay.
So I didn't
That's
mean to
an
go out of turn.
automatic.
there.
Nah, that's all good. It's all. Hey, just speak up.
Little Yachty.
the king of mumble
Me
rap.
personally, I think it'd be those large VR goggles that people wear on their heads.
I think those are going to last.
No, I think there's gonna be like a different design and like in
slimmer?
years.
Maybe a
Yeah,
slimmer?
exactly. People look back like, what the fuck was that? It's like it'll be like people look back as like a floppy disk.
Floppy disks were a huge
All right, bring one.
success.
Okay, bring one up right now.
The current.
Yeah, but
the sitting
that's not
president.
embarrassing.
Right now, you put in a floppy disk in a computer. You can even try to, or bring one and say, "Hey, you get some information for me. Just put it on my floppy disk." That's not embarrassing.
I mean, they don't make floppy disk anymore, so that's impossible to happen. But would it be embarrassing? No, because it was a forward in technology.
No, I'm talking right now. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm talking
but-
5 years from now.
VR, 5 years. VR,
I'm not talking the technology of VR. I'm talking the bulkiness of the VR
bulkiness
goggles.
Probably in 5 years are going to be the same.
I don't think so. I think it'll be a lot slimmer.
I give you like 10, 15.
We
In
are.
5 years, you're saying that
It'll have a slimmer look. It'll have a better look.
negative.
I ain't saying it's look like a pair of glasses.
No,
I said it's gonna have a better look.
I
yeah.
get where you come from. I get where you come from.
Yeah.
but I disagree.
I think people look back like, oh, that thing was kind of ugly. Okay, all right. So we went to the 6-pack. It's time to light that black up.
Mm.
All right, Bret versus AJ 101. Who we got?
talking
Surprisingly,
basketball?
we've done this a lot. So
Hey, I just said 1-on-1. I didn't say anything. I didn't say any kind of sport. I just said 1-on-1.
Yeah, but
I mean, instantly we need to jump to.
context.
Yeah, like
I don't know. You think you're better than a man or not? You think you can beat him in everything or not?
As
Ooh.
a person, no. As a person, there's a lot of things that Brett can do better than me.
Good job.
There's a lot of things I can do better than Brett. That's just how it is.
It's a very political answer.
Thank
Very
you.
political. Fuck that shit.
you.
What?
Ready over here.
Basketball,
Let's go.
I got him in basketball.
Okay.
What's that based off of? We got a 3-point line or no 3-point line?
Yeah, you playing basketball. It's a 3-point line.
I've already beat you every time we played.
Oh.
You have never ever beat me.
You're going to lie on camera like that?
You have never ever beat me.
So at Portsmouth, I didn't beat you.
You have never ever beat me. Not one time have you beaten me.
On the record right now, everybody, America, Canada.
We have 83 subscribers.
83 subscribers, all 83 of y'all. Look at me right now when I tell you. We maybe played officially 2 or 3 games. And I won.
Are you serious?
I won one of those.
I literally lead every team that we have played in. I am the leader of that team.
I said one-on-one.
We're talking one-on-one right now.
One-on-one, he has never ever beat me.
He's saying something different.
I will put it. See, this is.
You know what? We might need to videotape this.
I will smack Bret.
Don't worry, I think we
beat
got
him
that
by more than 5 every single time because he does the same moves. He's 30 years old. He ain't got no. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Damn.
Hey.
All right. Basketball wise, I have him, and he will definitely admit that I have him basketball wise.
Well, I admit he has skills. One, it's a complimentary thing. I make AJ look good on the court.
Yeah.
You know,
we do.
Don't get me
each other,
wrong.
yeah.
Oh, I played with y'all boys before.
Yeah, we
I seen the chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Chemistry.
some
Chemistry.
1-2 punch out there. You know, you gotta have to have a
softball
kicker.
and baseball. He's got me. I'll say that.
It's not really a one-on-one thing.
That's not really one-on-one, but
But
I like
overall,
the respect. You know.
overall, it's a thing though.
Hey, since y'all boys want to keep them golf clubs back there, how about that?
Bret's got me in golf.
Oh, he knows. Yeah.
Brett played golf in high school. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know.
Dancing.
Uh-oh.
He does different things better than I can, and I do different things better.
Like
so
he does the
I would
nay-nay
say
better?
50-50.
I think overall he probably has me 55, 45.
This was
honestly,
the most
in dancing.
generalized question ever.
No, I
Yeah,
like
he's
this,
got
though.
me, though.
Yeah, I like this.
He's got me in dancing by a little
You know,
bit.
Pat,
He
if you're
does.
going to break it down to like a molecule, he doesn't understand the question.
You ready? Pulling out, he's got me.
You got him by one.
Yeah, I might say, I got you by one.
You got him by one.
Yeah.
I had a head start too, I think.
Yeah,
right?
you did, yeah.
I had a little head start.
How old's Nolan?
He's coming up on 6 almost, but he's 5 right now.
Yeah, see, he had a 2-year head start. Noah's 3.
Oh, hold a second. Here we go. Hey, shout out to Nolan.
Hey.
Throw the cups one time.
Appreciate that.
Don't worry, it's more of those coming. All right, that's it.
I like
6 pack in the black.
Hey,
like
random questions. I'm telling you right now, we did not know. I did not know anything of that.
No, I keep them all close to chest until showtime. I saw Pat over here looking at my computer. I had to
I got
grab
him
that
in
thing away
fantasy,
from
too.
him.
I was looking at your face.
No, I'm talking pre-show.
He
I'm
ain't
pre-show.
he ain't catch that, but I
I
like
was
that.
on my own screen.
No, y'all are sharing the same
Yeah.
screen. I'm looking at it right now.
He's talking about the computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You need one?
No, it's all good.
I would say I got 3.
No, you playing catch up. It's okay. I'm talking about beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, enough of the nonsense. You ready to start this show?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
let's-
we starting off with, man?
Hey,
We got a lot
don't
of
worry.
topics
Don't
today.
worry. I'll bring out the first topic.
You gonna bring it on?
I'll bring it on. Why not?
Nice.
I would say we got a lot of topics.
Start it off.
We got a couple of them.
I like when you start off.
Oh,
Whoa.
Take it how you want to.
Jeez. I think you delivered it one way. The eyebrow said it all.
Take it how you want to.
What is the title for this show? I'm already feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, when you hit the blacks and you get the yak, weird things happen.
Oh,
If you yak, you're a quitter, Rick.
we'll say that for the after party.
And the word around town is it gets real weird over here.
Hey. God damn. Okay, first topic. All right. So, yeah, I've been watching the news.
Yeah, explain the story.
Yeah,
Explain the story.
I've been watching the news. Let me move my foot away. I don't want to keep hitting that. I'm watching the news. So, school shootings. We've talked about it before on BLACKSnYAC.
Correct.
I mean, it goes without saying. It's been about over 220 school shootings since Columbine. At this point, we also have in Florida early in the year. I saw Santa Fe in Texas. So the question is being asked again, and this came up from a question that was posed from I would say subscriber.
My man.
Shout
Darren-
him out. Shout him out.
Darren Tyus. Shout out to Darren Tyus.
Hey, Ty, what's good?
We definitely appreciate the love and support first and foremost, and we definitely appreciate the topic.
Absolutely.
So this is based off you. We're going with this for you.
This is a viewer topic right here, so we got to shout out, give some love to our people.
We're getting a lot of viewers. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
A whole lot.
yeah, we're doing well. That's for
Appreciate everyone for the support.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, y'all boys and girls make the show. So the question was asked that should we have armed guards in school?
Go ahead, Pat. You can lead off.
I mean, I see the benefit of it. The aspect of that, the argument or that's sort of circling is putting firearms in the hands of teachers. I think that's extends it beyond, but actually having armed guards there, you have to look at the times that we're currently in. And of course, it's not going to stop or prevent those kind of negative incidents altogether.
Yeah.
But at least it can be an escalated deterrent. So, I mean, I see the value in it. And the reality is there has to be something else that's done to sort of have a proactive approach, because there's no way we should still be losing children to gun violence to this magnitude and this kind of frequency.
Go ahead, Bret.
Well, I like what Pat said there, definitely. And especially with the whole, even in just the presence, if you think of like an armed person, whether it's a ex-military out there.
Some kind of sentry.
Yeah, some type of sentry just sitting out there, whether he just has a handgun or something. He don't have to be loaded up or anything.
Sure.
But it's going to make it to where if a kid was even thinking about it, or even somebody on the outside, they're less likely to come and think about, hey, let's attack these kids one day or something of that nature. But I'm with you also on the teacher thing. Like, that's a tight line you're playing right there.
Yeah, they're teachers. They're not police officers.
Yeah, like, they're saying they're going to do background checks, but, I mean, come on. What can a background check really do?
Exactly.
You don't know the real. And they're dealing with students that, what if a student hits
Pops
your
off in
switch
class,
that one day,
Of course.
Yeah, that's
and then you're sitting there with a gun right on your holster right there.
Yeah. You still have to think about discretion.
My question to kind of, see it from a different point of view is, how do we keep guns out of the White House? Why can't we use the same security in schools as they do?
Okay, Osek, let's bring it back real quick.
Okay.
So you took it to a very, very high level.
Different level.
Yeah.
But,
No, we could build up to that.
Yeah.
All right, so armed guards. So I feel like that. It's a great idea until it's not. Because what if one day a guard goes rogue and shoots up a school? Then the whole system itself is questioned.
Just guns in the school system in general is a terrible
that's
idea.
Or what if students jump a guard, grab his gun?
It's a terrible idea, just in general.
So do you think introducing more guns is a bad idea?
It's almost like why would you use guns to fight guns?
Well, what else do you fight guns with?
Well, and see, that's the thing. We don't have anything that can fight guns with right now in schools. Now, it's different if we're going to war or something like that. Like, that's a completely different scenario. But, we got these gun laws that we're trying to people are showing new gun laws and stuff like that. And then we have, I don't know. Really, it's just a sensitive subject as a whole, because we're saying that we don't want guns in the school, and then we give an armed guard a gun. Like, that doesn't sound correct in my sense. Now, let me put it this way. My son goes to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have it completely locked down. You can't even open the door. They have locks on the door.
Right.
Right? What they do is they take our thumbprints, and we have to scan in, right? Then we have to go to the front desk, talk to the person at the front desk, get our badge. There's it's like I feel like the armed guard would be the last thing that we would.
But
need
the thing is, you're talking about basic security, like someone coming up there with an AR.
So why not?
It's not bulletproof glass, is it?
Yeah. Why not have bulletproof? That's exactly where I was going. Why not have bulletproof glass from now on? Then.
Well, see, the issue is, so for one, about your statement, the level of security to control who's coming in and out, and then also bulletproof glass, it all circles back to the same one problem. It happens internally, right? So these shootings are happening by peers, by students. So
the Texas
fingerprints,
the
things
Texas
like
shooter
that,
was somebody outside though.
No, I get it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean the majority.
Columbine was somebody outside too, right?
Yeah. But
No,
the majority was
Columbine.
that was a student. That was a student.
They went to school there.
That was a
Okay.
student.
But
And
I thought,
what
real quick, not to cut you off, I thought it was a past student. I thought it
No,
wasn't.
no,
a
they
current.
were current students.
They were current?
Yeah, they were
Okay,
currently
okay,
enrolled.
okay.
And so that's the issue.
Okay.
Is this is about, what's going on inside of on campus. So
Metal detectors.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
But
I
what
got
I'm
that.
saying is, I see the value in it, and the reality is that law enforcement presence exists currently, in school systems. Now, it's not across the board, but, you know, at certain high schools, middle schools, and especially depending on the region, the area, you have on-site law enforcement. So that presence exists. It's just, and when you talk about things like, you know, they could turn and be disgruntled and turn a weapon on them. Yeah, that's a possibility, but that's not. We're looking at where the value
that's a huge
is.
risk.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
we're
it
looking at the
is a
value
huge
overall.
risk.
And see, that plays into training. So you don't just put the equivalent of a mall cop in a school, right? Because anyone that you would place on campus within the educational system, there's going to have to be a different level of training. You know, you have to deal with training that has to do with children and the proper, you know, way to handle that as well. And then there's a different level of training for discretion and discernment because you are dealing with children.
So
But
I wonder if they could just come up with a job, kind of like you got your regular cop, you got a sheriff. So why not create that as a job? And then now we're creating jobs across America as well.
Yeah.
With the proper training.
Yeah, but I definitely think it's something that has to be truly looked at, because the status quo doesn't protect our children, and we have to look to what measures we're willing to go to in order to secure safety.
Let me tell you my plan. So let's go into more specifics. This is what I would do right here. I would have armed individuals outside the school. I would have an entry point, one way in and one way out. I have one way in, one way out on the front of the building. Same for the back.
Here's the issue with that.
I know it could be a fire hazard.
Yes.
I know that as well too.
Okay.
But the problem is that when things like this happen, some things have to be given up for it's. You ever heard of the statement that freedom's for security? You trade freedom for security,
Yeah.
but you truly really have neither one.
Yeah.
But on the path we're going on right now, I mean, you have laws already in place, but somehow people that are not right in the mind, mental health, crazy, are still going to access to guns.
Right.
So it's a full 360 you have to do. One, yeah, you do need stronger training, not stronger training, but you do need a presence in the school that could deter. But also you need it's a lot more you need to. You need even stronger background checks that extend to like let's put it like this. You go in the military, you go for a government job, you get a certain type of clearance. Say you get like a top secret clearance. They're interviewing your neighbors. They're interviewing people that you worked with in the past.
Damn near everybody.
Yeah, pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody you have came in contact with, even people you didn't even put down on that worksheet that you filled out all your information with, they're interviewing them.
Yeah.
They know more about you than you think they know. So when it comes to owning a weapon that could possibly kill somebody, if there's anybody in your family that had a mental health issue or had trouble with the law
in the past,
that could disqualify you from owning a gun. And then you have less guns out there, and the people that have guns have been through rigorous training on make sure they know how to use it, care for it. They also have training on not training, but they also have their background checks that clean, so the people around them where they live at, it's not a high risk area, or even around them is not an individual that could pose a threat, that could walk in their house, take their gun, go up and shoot up a school. No, you're not gonna be able to stop all, shootings, things like that. Just going to happen.
You can't stop tornadoes. You can't stop fires.
Unless you enact Japanese gun laws, you're not going to stop that at all. But there's ways you can go about it where that, basic, schools are safe. It's even upsetting. I have kids. Bret has kids too. Pat, you have kids one day.
Yeah.
It's upsetting that we even had.
We're working on it, right?
Yeah.
He's working on it.
Be honest with you, I'm living my life. I'm enjoying it.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll get freedom back one day.
Hey,
18 years.
Right.
Hey,
He said it like I was shunned.
Hey, I'll be in my early 40s. You'd be like in your early 60s.
Yeah, sitting well.
Yeah, you can't toss ball with your son. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I think I'll be good.
Yeah, with his back all hurting, popping Percocet all day. We get off topic. Yeah, but it goes all around. You have to really look at the issue, and there's a lot of people that, of course, that love having guns, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if your cousin's crazy as shit and he's going over your house like every weekend,
there might be an issue.
Yeah, there's an issue with that right there. So that's just something to think about.
Bret?
Well, what was that number you put out there at the beginning, Rick? You said what, over 200 since Columbine?
Yeah, I'll even
School
look. I'll
shootings,
give
right?
you. I'll give you the exact number here in a second.
I'll be honest. Like, let's say that number is 200, 250 or so. If we put an armed guard in the front or some type of sentry like we were talking about, I think that number easily cuts in half, maybe even 3/4. And as we're talking, you know, somebody, a sentry going crazy and he flips the script and actually starts shooting students, that's probably 1 in a million, honestly, because once it happens once, they're gonna
alleviate from it.
Yeah, they're gonna revamp the whole system. It's not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
As far as a guard shooting,
yeah. If a guard shoots up the school after he gets the job, they're gonna.
Oh yeah,
they're
gonna
definitely
do away with it. They're gonna be like, okay, this didn't work out. We tried it. We thought it was working.
I got a live viewer. Shout out to my man Jason Harmon.
Hey.
He said that armed guards shouldn't hurt.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the way I look at it.
I mean,
like,
it was a basic, you know, armed guards won't hurt is what he said.
exactly.
So I don't disagree with the idea.
no, I think it's a good idea.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it's not an overall solution.
Regardless, we're gonna have to continue combating for our children.
And the thing also too, think about it. Like, I think the reason schools are so susceptible to attacks like this is because, you know, you want it to be a safe place for your kids. You don't want it to feel like, okay, they got to walk through a metal detector just to go to school to learn, you know. So, but that might be the measures we have to go through to, you know, help our kids out. So,
Anybody else? Pat, you got anything?
No, I think I've made my piece.
Yeah. I like I said, and just to kind of clear off the armed guard points, I don't think it would be a terrible idea. To kind of piggyback off of Ricky, we definitely have to go with the idea of stricter background checks, almost like a top secret clearance.
something that in depth. Yeah.
With you know, it's got to be.
Yeah, because if I got hurt somebody or people around me with information, just speaking words, then I mean a gun should be equal or even higher priority than that.
Yeah.
So I should.
And you said what was it, Japanese or Chinese law?
Japanese gun laws.
Can you? I know you elaborated on past videos, but can you elaborate just for? Because I'm live right now as well, so people are listening to us. Just so y'all know.
Y'all want to hear Japanese gun laws?
Yeah. Let's hear them.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read it out to you. Give me a second. I'm going to pull it up real quick right now.
So.
I'll keep talking about something else real quick. I'll bring it up. Give me a quick second.
Okay.
I got it here. Make sure it's the right one. Japanese gun laws. Okay. If Japanese people want to own a gun, they must attend an all-day class, pass a written test, and achieve at least a 95% accuracy during the shooting range test. Then they have to pass a mental health evaluation, which takes place at a hospital, and pass a background check in which the government digs into their criminal record, interviews friends and family, like I said, with the top secret clearance. They can only buy shotguns and air rifles, no handguns, and every 3 years they must retake the class and pass the initial exam. So with that being said, Japanese has embraced. They have fewer guns in circulation, will result in fewer deaths.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much when Japanese deaths, when it comes to any kind of weapons, usually like knife.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but you really think about it. I mean, that's how it should be. I shouldn't have to. A 19-year-old shouldn't be able to just buy a gun and whatever.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah. You should be able to. You should have one. Can you shoot the damn gun? Can you operate it?
Yeah.
2, is your house safe for it? Do you have kids running around? Do you know what you're doing with it? And also, this other thing with Article 2 just popped on top of my head. You also have to store your bullets and your weapons in the same place, which is like it is in a lot of states. But the cops every year would come to your house and they would check to make sure that the bullets and weapons are
in 2 different places.
They're in 2 different places in the same place that you mentioned when you signed off for the gun.
So, one of the viewers just said someone is going to have to pay for it. So would that come out of taxpayers' dollars?
That's got to be taxpayers' dollars.
Yes, of
you
course.
know it.
That's where it comes.
Okay.
It's going to come from taxpayer dollars.
So,
but I think that veers off from the whole point of armed guards in the school system. So I think that's about personal possession. So
one of the viewers, Jason Harmon again, he said, anytime you add position that money will come from the taxpayers to include health benefits, he would have no problem with this. How do you guys You guys good with that?
Money when it comes to health benefits.
He said anytime we add a position like that with the money, it's going to come from the taxpayers.
Yeah.
To include health benefits, because teachers do have health benefits.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
So-
you're saying he's working 40 hours a week minimum.
Yeah.
You know, we're giving him those benefits with it.
And he's saying he around $40K a year is what he would say.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
But things that
I'm
we're,
fine with that.
I feel like that topic is getting to exactly how tax dollars are broken down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And I could tell you right now that there's a lot of things that taxes pay for that shouldn't be paid for.
Exactly.
Which we
Oh,
get into
God.
with that's break. Then you say yes, we have the money for it. We have the money for it. It can be paid for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things your taxes being paid for right now. You have no idea about. You haven't looked into it. That I feel like that's an argument that a lot of people just bring up to like deter from the solution.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that your tax dollars are going for right now that I see it a lot.
We don't
I
even
see-
give a shit about.
Yeah, I see it a lot.
Yeah.
Trust me. There's a lot of things your tax dollars are going for right now that you have no idea about.
Yeah.
So, yes, it could be paid for. But also, Egg and voting for the right politician. Not just voting for a team, a.k.a. Democrat, Republican. Voting for somebody that actually has policies and some substance behind them. And that could even be you. You know,
So-
run for office.
So
I have no problem with that. Regular people, just make it happen.
just to add on to that real quick.
Power comes from the people.
Okay, so he said a damn science teacher stopped a shooting today. It took 3 rounds.
All right.
I don't.
I mean, that's one instance.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's wonderful that a school shooting was stopped.
yeah.
But, I mean, I could look at Parkland, see a whole bunch of dead kids. Another Columbine's coming soon. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is. It's on the way.
I wonder what the facts were before Columbine. How many school shootings they had?
Well, thing is, it's also another thing, too, about this. I'm glad you brought that up. When it comes to media, they sensationalize a lot of this. That,
Well, the media runs everything.
yeah, exactly. And they choose the news.
Yeah.
So they run these.
It's called programming for a reason.
Oh, I know.
They're programming thoughts into
Yeah.
human beings. So.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of this shit that you see right here is, one, to make a quick buck. The media doesn't give a shit
Yeah.
about anybody, about anything that's going on right here. It's pretty much one, get clicks, views, and all that. So if it's a story that's hot right there, they'll throw it out there.
Yeah.
It's about entertainment.
A white guy gets shot by a white cop, that story's not getting ran. Black guy gets shot by a white cop, that story's getting pushed out there 100%.
Yeah.
Why is that? Is one life not worth more than another?
No, all lives should be equal.
I'm-
But in the media's eye, no, I don't believe they are equal.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But things that they sensationalize a lot of that. So when it comes to guns, I mean, you see it everywhere. I mean, just turn on the TV, you see somebody getting shot for something. It's everywhere. Any movie you look at, everywhere. And media, I'm talking about just everything that's on TV. I mean, you just see it all around.
No, I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes it like look cool. Like, oh, I could do that.
There would definitely have to be a detailed instruction for all instances as far as bringing an armed guard to a school. It would take years to implement that, I feel.
Yeah, and it's like
Years.
it's like what I talked about earlier. When it comes to taxpayer dollars, freedom, security, some things are going to have to give for other things to happen. I mean, that's just the way of life right there. I mean, do you want to consider to be on the same path we're going? Because that's not working.
No, it's definitely not working.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah. So something has to change.
I mean, Brett, you got kids. I mean, how do you feel having your kids in school right now?
It's a scary thing. Like, you think right now they're young enough to where I think hopefully nothing can happen. But
Yeah.
when we're talking middle school years, high school years, I feel anything can happen. And I'm pro armed guard, honestly. That's one of those things I could see by the time they're in high school. I could easily see that. Every school, mandatory metal detectors, mandatory searches for every 5 to 10 students.
I think the
random
biggest
searches.
issue with that is money. It costs a lot of money to get all of that. In every school across the U.S., it's going to cost money.
And you got to also think the backlash of the parents. Like, how do you think
Yeah,
some of these parents are going to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It also costs money to study spotted bears in Montana.
So,
Taxpayer dollars.
yeah. So, I have 2 viewers now. Shout out to Lester Overton, a good brother of mine, and shout out to Jason Harmon. They said that they both went to schools with armed resource officers, is what they called them.
Yeah,
Okay.
as did I. Yeah.
So,
Same.
I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
At law
Chicago and Tennessee is where they went. So
Am I the only one who didn't? I'm guessing I went,
I don't.
east side
I'm-
of.
I don't remember
Marietta.
having an armed guard at school.
Yeah, we didn't have
And to
one.
be honest with you, it was very casual. I mean, it was like a law enforcement officer who had an office somewhere, and then you see him on camera sometimes. I mean, on campus. But you knew there was a presence there, but it wasn't taken, seriously. But at the same time,
Yeah, I had a cop at my school that
I don't
showed
think,
up.
I don't think we did. I know we had the lockdown, like I said at my son's school now, with the doors. But
See, I'm just remembering we did have a cop, but I swear to y'all, this man had to be 65 years old. Like he wasn't
Shout out-
shooting, he wasn't running anybody down.
shout out to the East Side Atlanta,
East side of
resource
Atlanta,
officer.
Hey, somebody was shooting. He was probably going home.
This guy was on his retirement plan was to, hey, let me do like 4 or 5 hours of school and hey, hit bingo up later.
So we all agree, yes, there should be armed.
Yeah, I mean, something needs to.
Yeah,
yeah,
something's
yeah.
got to change.
Something's gotta change.
Something's got to
Okay.
get better.
It's a start.
This ain't
Not to
working.
mention you're employing individuals, and there's
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. There's jobs being money back in the economy. So, and as far as taxpayer dollars, that could be a conversation for another day. I could break that down to you easily.
so should we move on? You guys ready?
Let's do
I'm
it.
good to
I think
move.
that's
I'm good
a
to move
safe
on.
move.
Yeah.
Do we want to? Let's move on to the NFL's national anthem rule.
Yay.
The new
Hot
rule.
topic right now.
Yeah, super hot
all
topic.
over
And,
ESPN.
Let's talk about it.
Brett, let's go ahead and lead off with you. How do you feel?
Start with mine.
I would love to hear your opinion.
I feel for me it's a double-edged sword, of course. I think now, like we're talking about media, what's ran by the NFL, it's about that money. So when we're talking about the owners and what people care about, just because the fans and the players want something, it's about the money. So when we're talking about, what is it? I think I got some, let me see. I wrote some things down here.
Yeah,
so when the protest started about, 2 years ago, 2016. That's when Colin started kneeling during National Anthem.
Correct.
They said instantly in the first 3 weeks, there was a 10% drop in viewership. And that was an average of the first 3 weeks. Now, this is all coming from USA Today. That's where I'm getting this from. For the whole season, now I will say this also was during election year, there was an 8% drop.
Yeah.
And then when we're talking money-wise, now this is getting back to the money again.
Okay.
As a whole, as of right now, CBS has dropped 9% in their net worth right now. Disney, which they own ESPN, down 4%. Comcast, which is also NBC, they're owned by NBC, 6%. And then Fox is only down 2%. They're still surviving off of American Idol. Who knows what they're doing. But they're only hit with 2%.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
go
think that's that has nothing to do. Well, I think
No.
it does, but it has not much to do
You don't
with that.
think that has to do with
No,
the
there-
rules
No, hold on, let me say this.
of why this happened?
No, look how technology is today. You have less people with cable boxes than ever before.
They brought that up.
No,
yes,
that-
there's people streaming the games now.
That is the main issue right there. Now you're not gonna get that information from media, print, any of that right there because they're all ran by the same people. They're gonna come and tell you, yeah, people are getting rid of cable, so that's what's going on right now. Not saying that right there. Now I will give a shout out to the first person I ever hear say this in about the past 2 years. I was watching First Take. Max Kellerman said that one of the main reason why is that people aren't watching as much TV. You look at any TV show out there, it's not people just aren't watching TV as much anymore. A lot of people just don't have cable boxes. It is what it is. And that's what these numbers are really coming off of. So let's just throw that out there right there. Now, as far as that, of course, there are people that are upset with the whole national anthem thing.
So real quick, some of the viewers are asking what the actual rule is. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, so all right, the rule is this right here. The rule is that if the team has to come on the field, and if you come on the field, you have to stand for the national anthem. Now, you could choose to stay in the locker room, and the national anthem's over, and then you can come out. But if you're out there on the field, you have to stand out there, and if you kneel on the field, the team itself can get a fine.
Mm-hmm.
The team can get a 15-yard penalty, or the team and the player can get a fine. And they said own clubhouses make their own rules. The New York Jets already came out and said that we stand by the players, and we'll take any fines that they may accrue from the league.
Okay.
So, but the thing is that if you see I mean, it's kind of like the same thing. Like if you see a play, if the whole team comes out, you know numbers. So the whole team comes out, stand for national anthem, and then you see 2 minutes later, like 3 guys run out. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing.
The thing that I hate about this rule is that they're trying to link it to the military. They're not even trying to link it to police brutality at all.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to make it look as negative as possible.
Exactly.
Now, I will say that's where I'm with the players, because the players, they're trying to get it out for, it has nothing to do with the military, doesn't have to do with disrespecting the flag. Could they do it a different way? Probably, but the thing is, it won't catch this national attention.
Yeah.
Exactly for that reason. So it's like people didn't start caring until it was like, whoa, why is Colin Kaepernick, kneeling during national anthem?
Yeah, people
That's
don't
something
usually
we're not
care
used to.
until it's in your face.
And
Yeah.
the crazy thing is us being in the military, I've seen hundreds. I've been in the military going on 10 years. Hundreds
Yeah,
I already know
of
where you're going with
sailors
this. I already know.
running into the building, so we don't have, we have to salute.
same thing in Air Force. I've seen it. I've seen it plenty times.
No, hundreds, not plenty.
No,
Over
no.
100 times I
I
have
know.
seen this.
I know.
So
I know. I've seen it
so,
myself.
I don't disagree with why they're kneeling, but I feel like, again, going back to the media, they're trying to deter everybody's vision of why people are kneeling.
Because that's what the media does.
Yeah.
It's a way of muzzling it and getting back to what's important to them, and that's bottom line, which I would have to agree with Bret on. And that's not to be overly negative about it. It's just the reality. They want to get back to the business of making money and increasing their viewership. And with the decrease in numbers and viewership, it's doing the contrary. So I think that's just a way of, hey, so what we'll do is we're not going to let you do any of that, but if you want to stay in the locker room, we're good. We won't fine you, right? So, and like you said, and when you go back to the nature of why the protest was in place, it's to speak out against the injustice of Americans, and how it goes against what America is founded on,
right,
and what it stands for. Hence the reason for the protest against the national anthem, because it goes against that.
Right.
I feel like it could backfire 100%.
I feel like at some point in, I say, give or take one game, but by the 5th game, all teams aren't coming out for the national anthem unless somebody from that team has served in the military. Because
It's only a handful of players.
You think
like that in the league.
the whole team is going to stay in there?
I think by the 5th or 6th game, the whole team will stand in there to
Now that would be a statement
make
too. On
a
itself.
statement to make a
Oh,
statement.
of course.
Yeah,
That would be a. That
I
would be
feel
a
like they're
huge
going to
statement.
make a
Yeah.
statement.
Remember Pittsburgh did that, right? Where except the one player who actually
Villanueva,
was,
he was an Army Ranger.
military.
Yeah.
he was an ex-military.
That's my team. I don't know if y'all see the black and gold in the back. So y'all know.
No, I didn't notice it. To be honest with you, it's one of those visuals. I see blue, red, and white.
So you're
for
colorblind.
Washington Nationals.
Fuck. You can't even talk about the Nationals. You can talk about the Caps right now. That's it.
Yeah,
Hey,
That's
shout out
it.
to them Cats, baby. But getting back on topic,
it's red and
I
white
feel
and blue as well. By the way.
I feel the whole, like you said, like everyone said, I feel the whole narrative. All right, let's take it back for a second. Is kneeling a sign of disrespect?
No.
You kneel when you pray.
Yes.
You kneel when you want to engage to, or when you want to marry a woman.
Correct.
You get down on the knee. When players on the field, when someone gets hurt, you take a knee.
True.
Listen,
So
being direct. Go ahead.
Yeah,
finish your
no,
thought.
you good. So Colin Kaepernick first, he sat on the bench. So a Green Beret reached out to him and said, "Hey, if you're going to do this right here, at least take a knee."
And for the viewers that don't know what the Green Beret is, it's Army.
Yeah.
They're in the Army. Special
Yeah.
Forces, I believe.
Yeah.
That player, didn't he play for the Seahawks? He was like a backup.
Yeah. He was a kicker or something.
He was a long snapper.
Yeah, long snapper,
long
yeah.
snapper. That's what it was.
Yeah, dude's
long
pretty much
snapper.
like a super soldier in the military. Captain America. Yeah, but he pretty much told him, say, "Hey, just take a knee." So it's not, knee taking the knee is not a sign of disrespect at all. The thing is that, what is patriotism? Is patriotism being blind and be like, "I'm from here, everything's great, it's wonderful," you got a whole fire around you?
I think
Or
patriotism has a different meaning for each person.
I think patriotism is that when you see things that are wrong, people say that you're millionaires, shut the fuck up, just play football. But there's a lot of people that are hurting out there, and a lot of bad things have happened to, and they can't speak.
Yeah.
And so you take those issues on for them. Look at Colin Kaepernick. The man lost his career, got blackballed from the league because of that.
So I looked up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it. My computer just wants to do something stupid.
I thought we put everything on the airplane mode. Yeah, what happened there, Ricky? God damn it, Ricky. No, so I just looked up the definition for patriotism. It says the quality of being patriotic, vigorous supports for one's country. So,
just saying you love America and drinking beer and eating hot dogs on July 4th, I guess.
How is not drinking beer, these
well,
people
I've had
shout out to the
general
Blacks,
definition, right?
No, I mean, my
there,
cup's empty. I had it up there for a while. I hope you can know. You on the roll. Go ahead, Brett. You got it.
You didn't ask Daddy for a drink.
Is that the sign?
I take care of all my
You
kids.
gotta say the words.
Yeah.
The words was daddy, and that cup was going to be empty for a very long time.
Closed mouths
No,
don't
but
get
yeah.
fed.
That is very true. On this boulevard.
Go ahead, Brett.
As far as patriotism, I'm agreeing with you. It's got to be, what you think it means. You hear that word patriot, and, I try and not think of Tom Brady, being an Atlanta native, of course. I don't like to think of the word, the Patriots.
28-3.
Oh, there he goes. Bringing it up. Don't bring the score up. That's something I don't like. That first 3.5 quarters. But that's beside the point. We can go there some other time.
My locker combination is 283.
Okay. You know what? It was fun being here.
Everybody going AJ Locker Monday morning.
I ain't got nothing in there.
Monday morning.
There ain't nothing in
I'm
there.
going tonight.
But as far as a patriot, yeah, I think, living in America.
Oh, shit. Hold on. We got a lot of fucking comments here.
Oh.
Jesus.
But putting that flag up, really, and, we serve the country, literally. So it's kind of one of those things. I feel we're doing our part, of course. But even if you're just in America and you're pro-America,
Perfect.
I don't see how you're not patriotic in a way. Now, of course, there are things about America that we know. This is why this is happening. Things aren't perfect in America by any means, and we can always be improving. And that's what the NFL players are trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's what, like we said, they're trying to muzzle this. The NFL, the owners, the other side, the right side, who knows what you want to call it. They're trying to, hey, let's watch football. That's what we're here. We just want to watch football, but it opened a discussion. What are we doing about it?
So I got another viewer. He said, I don't think people understand. For a long time, players never came out for the flag presentation. The U.S. military started sponsoring the NFL and made it a requirement for players to be on the
That's my
field.
next point right there.
That is true.
Yeah, the military reached out to the NFL to pay them millions of dollars to start doing all of that.
And
because it worked out for military recruitment.
Another viewer said...
And it also made the NFL look good having the military out there.
Of course. Another viewer said, will you please stand and remove your cover for the playing of the national anthem? Not, you must stand and remove your cover. Will you please stand? So definitely appreciate these people that are talking crazy right now.
Nah, I want to hear it. Bring it to me.
Cleveland by 10 right now.
They're giving score.
Hey, definitely, we definitely appreciate that.
We are not watching right now.
Hey, honestly, Boston can't win on the road.
No, they'll
neither can Cleveland though right now.
No, definitely. But we're not talking that. Let's go back to the flag.
Yeah, Brad Stevens doesn't win road playoff games.
Only Atlanta can win road playoff games, but we lose home ones too. So
that's because boys ain't shit.
Hey,
Bradley
the third.
But yeah, back to my point. Hey, back to my point though. Yeah, the military and the NFL reached an agreement to pretty much military paid or DOD paid them millions. Made the NFL look good too. The NFL started giving some of that money back when public backlash hit them. Like I said, one thing with power with the people, but at the same time, I mean, you're doing things like the Jets. They added something like a hometown hero segment, and then it was found out that the military is paying them for that, and that's the only reason why they were doing it in the first place. So, I mean, like Pat said, it is a business, and a business will look out for itself always. Yep. The bottom line is the bottom line.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, protect the shield at all costs. But my thing is that I didn't see the need for any of this to happen. It only opens it up for the floodgates even more. Now, what if one player on one team takes a knee, player on another team takes a knee, opposite team, so you say the Redskins Cowboys playing, and players from each team take a knee, how's that penalty assessed? Like,
So-
what do you do at that point?
Let me.
You just kick him out the game? You suspend him?
That's.
Call the game right there. It's over.
Yeah, exactly.
what?
Neither of
You know
those
what's-
teams are making the
you know
playoffs,
what's
so it's no big
interesting?
deal.
Go ahead, Pat.
One of the only things that has not been tried through this entire protest is actually supporting and uplifting the intent behind the cause and what they're speaking out for.
Right.
Yeah, that's just
So-
the NFL.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBA
that's the
would be
thing
different.
No, NBA. I don't know if you guys have seen Steve Kerr's comments.
I watched it.
He's a savage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Savage,
the
bro.
way the NBA institutionally, the way they support the players, it's in a totally different way in terms of strength compared to the NFL. So if this were going on, with that kind of process and things, well, not if it was going on, when those kind of processes are coming up, NBA is in full support.
Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to the NFL. So
One thing about the NBA though, they you have to stand for the national anthem. That's like
Yeah,
their policy.
Adam Silver put that out too. He said during the protest, he was like, everybody will stand. He's like, but we can do, I think they can have the shirts. They can do.
Yeah, but see, he's given them an option to do something different.
and then too, you've had coaches,
Yeah.
owners who have spoken out in support of it.
Yeah.
What NFL owners ever spoken in support of their players besides Charles Johnson with the New York Jets recently? When have you ever seen Jerry Jones or Dan Snyder sit down with 60 Minutes to explain the players' point of view?
Never.
Yeah. Why is that?
I
Nobody's
I don't know.
kneeling because they hate America. That's dumb right there.
Exactly.
Get that
That's-
out of your head.
I don't even
Yeah.
think it's about
the
America. Though. That's the
derailment.
thing.
But
It's not about America.
No, that's the conversation that's been stirred to. That you're taking the
Yeah.
If you want to talk about the issues, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But don't turn to something that is completely not
different. Yeah.
Have the conversation. If not, then get the fuck out of here.
But I don't disagree with what the NBA is doing. Like, give another option. If you don't think that's right, at least give them an option to do something different.
Yeah, but don't patronize it.
Exactly. Anybody else? Brett, you got anything else? Rick,
I'm good.
you good on the topic?
The NFL is going to be a very interesting year.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
they
can't
coulda-
wait to see.
Yeah, honestly, they could have just left it as it was, and it kind of was like the end of last year where you knew people were still kneeling, but it wasn't like such a charged issue. It was just like kind of like a part of the game.
Yeah.
Now that you've changed the operation manual and the players can't even negotiate it when the next CBA pops up, I don't know, dude.
invigorated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you just really put it's kind of like last year when Trump said, son of a bitch is kneeling. And then the whole NFL kind of like responded with like locking arms and whatnot. This year, it may be that on steroids.
It could be crazy, but at the same time, in a sense, they did give him an option to stay in the locker room. Like,
Yeah, but when you see that player run on the field,
I get what
cameras are still rolling.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying there, but at the same time, you give them that option to stay. Isn't that making the same statement?
I think making that statement says, listen, we don't want to hear that on the field. We're not in support of what you are protesting against.
Yeah.
But listen, just stay in the back until everything's done, till that portion's done. And then by all means, we welcome you to make us money by playing on the field.
Until
and
you're a free agent.
entertaining
So what
You don't
happened?
get
everyone who's
re-signed.
purchased tickets.
So to make a stand, everybody that has an issue with it, go ahead and take their little fines, and for like the first 2 or 3 games, don't play at all. That would make a statement.
Sure. But, that's always a challenge as well, because then you're talking about household incomes and what they bring in, and their pay. So and that's a challenge as well.
One of the viewers is bringing up or mentioning Sharif Abdul-Rahim from the NBA.
Yes.
Yeah, got blackballed for the league
And,
for being pretty much being a Muslim,
and
and he wanted to stand for the American national anthem
which
because of
we
his
could throw-
religious views.
Yeah, we could throw this in as a religious view, but we won't do that right now because that'll.
Or the other ball player for getting pushed out,
Yeah.
essentially for coming
yeah,
out
honestly,
publicly for being
that was
homosexual.
Oh yeah.
That was
And that was-
Collins, right?
What? No.
Collins, yeah.
And that was a bad move.
Yeah.
was
What,
a
Jason
misstep.
Collins got pushed out?
Was it Jason? I think.
No, he didn't get pushed out. He's coaching right now with the Warriors.
What?
He was old,
No,
though.
I,
He was
I thought we were
old.
talking football. I thought we were
I'm
talking
talking
football.
about basketball.
I thought we were talking about the
No, he's talking
who was the-
basketball.
okay.
The Hawks player. He was a Hawks
Yeah.
player, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came out. He was playing with the Wizards when he came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he,
it's in his
uh,
later years.
Then
so.
he played another game. I think he played with
that makes sense.
look it up. I think he played with the Lakers. But no, he's coaching right now with the
My
the
guy
Warriors.
my guy definitely made a huge. I got two huge statements.
Hmm.
NFL is 80% black. Okay,
Yeah, but it's also 100% white when it comes to owners.
and that comes to my next point. Not playing hurts the players, not the owners.
I disagree. So check this out. A little bit of history lesson for everybody. Look back at I want to say the 1960. God damn it, what year is that? 1963. I'm just throwing it out there right now. Or maybe 67. I had to look it up real quick. All-Star game for the NBA. The NBA players would not come out of the locker room until the owners met with them and actually build up a CBA.
Okay.
So they was like, we're not playing this game because it's the first. I think it's the first nationally televised game they're going to have. And the owners like pretty much like, you're coming out, you're going to play this goddamn game. We're going to release all of you. And they're like, nah, fuck that. We're not leaving.
Yeah, and we're not talking
And then-
about that happened potentially with one or two players, right?
Yeah,
We're
this
talking about in unison.
this is all unison
it's
right
gotta
here.
be everybody.
It was
It's gotta be
unison.
everybody, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a huge unison with this right here. They said we're not doing this shit, and it was black and white. It was just basically like players' rights versus owners, just dogging the shit out of them.
So to add on to that, do you think the
No, listen, let me finish this up real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the players won.
My bad. I thought you were finished.
No. The players won,
Okay.
and the first CBA was built, and that's why today you have contracts every so many years because of that All-Star game back in the '60s.
Okay.
I had to look it up real quick.
So while he's looking that up, do you think that the viewership of the NFL is at least 80% black?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. I don't even know if you can look that stat up. But
I don't know. I don't know where we would find those stats, but
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, America.
Oh, trust me, it's there because that
I'm
goes
sure it
into
is,
mass marketing.
yeah, that's true
Yeah,
too.
so I know
but
where
I'm
it's
sure
at.
it's not.
There's
for
a
the
lot of
public
Bud
eye.
Light commercials. You know,
No, there is.
You think?
Yeah, there has to be.
Because I was gonna say,
It's the way any company can acquire those stats that wanted to potentially market. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, polls could be
you might have to
slanted
pay-
so many ways.
I saw a stat, and I would definitely have to fact check it, but I saw a stat that African Americans only make up 10% of the country.
And see, that's where my point comes from because America is still predominantly white. And when you look at football being, the leading in terms of viewership for sports and entertainment
And real quick, just for the viewers that are watching live,
in America.
and America, but
I was finishing my
my bad, yeah.
statement. It's fine.
But in America, why not?
yeah,
watching
and
in America. Yeah.
But
Well, in.
these people are all over
And
the
abroad.
States. My man's right here is from Tennessee. Overton's down in Florida, I believe. But now, just to throw it out that so you done fucked up and forgot what we were talking about now.
Yeah. Oh, we were just talking.
What the hell are you watching over there?
Don't worry about me. Go
We
on.
were just
Finish
talking
your
about
point.
the benefit of wireless headphones and how they
Yeah.
can connect to your laptops.
Yeah. Cleveland's up by 7.
Nice.
Thank you, Jason. How much time's left?
It's pretty close right there.
Do you have a point you want to make,
That's
or we
the
can move on
key.
to the next one?
We
How
can move
much
on to the
time?
next one. I forgot
Okay.
what I was going to make.
All right, it's all good.
For the sake of avoiding redundancies.
Yeah,
Yeah, we keep going.
Yeah,
over the same
we're
thing.
talking about.
Oh, okay. Overton's from Maryland. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah. So you guys can't see him live, but when you watch the podcast, you'll be able to see him. But two of my people in here, my brother-in-law and my cousin-in-law, or whatever you want to call him, my man Pat, they are black. So just so you guys know, it's not just a all-white bias here. They're just a panel of.
We're multicultural here.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
We like.
I don't
that.
I don't really care too much about the color of who is.
It's
I mean,
I get
That's
that.
true.
Yeah, all I care about is the
watching,
mindset.
People that are watching do care.
Yeah, well, they need to stop fucking caring about
Yeah,
that shit.
I get that.
Yeah, if you care about this shit, you're a fucking idiot.
Racist.
I call that shit out right now. I'm more concerned about the mindset of an individual. I don't give a fuck what you look like.
It's a good way to look at it. That's.
Yeah, I get caught up in that shit. But you know what? I don't know. I may be different. I gotta.
You hit a button on.
I'm
Ricky
black
right
with
there.
Yeah,
I'm black.
Jesus, goddamn,
He's been holding it in.
Ricky, he's been upset ever since just so y'all know, because I said it earlier, but the viewers didn't see it. I got pulled over earlier, and my wife and Ricky were flipping. Oh. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
I said that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all.
No, I'm just playing.
Rick was cool in the back.
Pat wasn't. Pat was a little nervous.
No, I wasn't.
Pat was trying to make it a routine traffic stop, not a longer traffic stop than what it had to be.
I was being prepared. And making sure there wasn't anything in place that would make the stop longer than it had to be.
Exactly.
To make it seamless.
You ready for the next topic?
Yeah.
Just being smart.
Which way you going? You go ahead and lead it off, brother.
You already know what the last one's going to be.
I thought we had two more.
You had two more. But you know what the last one's going to be.
Oh, yeah. So go ahead.
All right.
I see where we're at.
Okay, so check this out. Let's talk finances for a little bit. Completely switch this up. Because I think it's a very important topic. And it's one that's never talked about in schools. And I think a lot of people struggle with it when they come out of school and they just have to learn the hard way. So I read a report recently on CNN that 40% of Americans would struggle if they were hit immediately with a $400 payment. So let me ask you this right here. This isn't a case for welfare. This is just talking just basic fundamentals of finance. And I'll turn this over to Pat first. One, I think it's unfortunate that someone could work 40 hours, a legitimate job, and struggle with that. Now that could be bad management of funds. It could be a lot of different aspects, but I just think in the richest country in America, that is the things that we shouldn't have to deal with. But Pat, I'll go ahead and let you turn it. I'll go ahead and turn it over to you to talk a little bit about it.
Just basically for where it starts off and just the importance of it. I, for one, personally think that financial literacy is something that should be taught at the grade school level.
Yes,
so
yes.
At the point, definitely, I think it should be introduced at the middle school level, and then really compounded on at the high school level, because it's such of grave importance to how you will lead your lifestyle moving forward. It's one of the biggest proponents for divorce within a marriage is finance. And as a man, which is the only place I can speak of, that's one of those areas where there's a lot of struggle on average, and I think that's a place where we should be leading. When you're talking about your household and establishing yourself, and even like someone as myself, that's something I focus on daily.
Yeah.
I'm single with no children.
Do you own a house?
And I think, I think about everything that I do leading forward is with my family in mind, my future family in mind. So my finances it's having that in place, and not just sustainability for where I am currently, but actually, I guess in a respect, providing a nest egg and how to live sustainable over the next 20 years minimum. And see, me personally, I think about 2 generations down. I have high ambitions.
You always have.
Yeah. So I just mean that to say, so where I look at it to scale might be different on the compared to the average. But I think within your means, you should be thinking about how you can have that financial literacy and implement it within your life. And it almost sounds, I know we have to break it down, but it's like a...
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of breakdowns within financial literacy.
Yeah, so go ahead.
If anybody's read, like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad...
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Books like that, it really breaks it down. And I never really understood finances or business or anything. I didn't take business math in high school. I was taking geometry, and now...
Do you feel like those subjects had anything to do with your outcome right now as a human being?
Not at all.
Do you think it was able to help you, like your mind process stuff, or?
I think maybe in some aspects of life, possibly.
But do you think a financial literacy class could have did just as well?
Yeah, that would have helped me way.
Or understand the credit score.
Let me go ahead and throw this out there. Me personally, I have not been the greatest financial asset in my life. I have maintained a job since I was 16, but as far as living paycheck to paycheck, like for a long time before I got married, and even while I was married for a little bit, I was living a paycheck or two ahead and struggling. And I'm not, I'm not proud that I was living like that, but I'm not, I'm man enough to say that, I've came and I've even asked Ricky for money to help out, and I felt shitty at that time. And it's like, that's what kind of opened up my eyes to be like, okay, I need to chill the fuck out. I really need to focus on where my money's going, how my money's working, why my money's not working for itself. And I probably didn't realize where or how until maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Like right before I went on my last deployment, I was like, okay, I have kids now. I suck at pulling out, so I have 3 kids now. That's your sister, by
Kids
the way.
are expensive.
Why? God damn, just keep talking, motherfucker.
You
All right?
had to throw it in
Yeah,
there.
What else you got to say?
I always got to throw it in there.
For the record,
That's my big brother.
for the record, 2 things.
I
One,
got nothing but love for Ricky.
3 things. Then 1, the feelings mutual. 2, that thing that I said in the last segment, the 1964 All-Star Game. Take a look at it. It's the one game that decided the NBA future.
Okay.
The third thing is that I also have asked you for money too.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean,
it's not
it's always.
Yeah, I'm right here with you.
Yeah.
I know I got a personal story too, but I know Bret does as well. But please keep talking.
Yeah. So I mean, just I've read and I know that we're supposed to keep at least 3 months of savings on hand, and even now, do I have 3 months in my bank account right now? No. Do I have enough that if something happens major at my house, yeah, I'd be all right now. But it took me, I just turned 28 a couple days ago. Why the fuck did it take me 28
Happy birthday, baby.
Yeah, thank you. Why the fuck did it take me
birthday.
28 years? Like, why, that this should be implemented into school systems at a younger age. And
Definitely.
who's the educational person in the office right now? Because I know there's a huge issue with it and how they're trying to go to private schools and stuff like that.
DeVos, Secretary of Education,
Yeah. Like,
with the whole charter school thing.
I don't think that's a terrible idea,
Explain.
because private schools go over stuff like that. Not all, but a lot do.
But it has more to do around economics. We're talking about things like so I think the piece that's really important, even at a fundamental level, would be dealing with budgeting, right? Setting goals, and how it pertains to finances.
Right. Okay.
And how to be a wise steward over the resources that you have.
So do you agree with bankruptcy?
I think for some it's a necessary evil.
You
Sure.
filed a Chapter 11 last year.
So, but yeah, I think it's something that's a necessary evil.
Wait, did he really? Because I just laughed at that.
No,
Okay.
yeah, me personally.
I was saying, because we're live right now. Like, I can't edit that out.
Yeah, I will say I have no judgment over those that have. Yeah, and that's a delicate dance because I'm a businessman. So, and then I try to put myself in the shoes of the what if, right? Because it's always easy to say I would never. But in my head, I'm thinking I want to take care of my responsibilities, and I'm all about doing what I say I'm going to do. So
Okay.
if I have a debt and it means the difference between straining myself or paying it off, I'm going to, and paying it off, I'm going to strain myself to make sure that debt's covered. Whereas in one aspect of Chapter 11 can sort of, it's a get out of jail free card. I mean, it also comes with its consequences, but
Yeah.
it's 7 years in the making. But anyway, getting back on track, just at the fundamental level, there's a level of discipline that comes with once you are educated about finances and how you implement it consistently. And we've all been there. I've, known what I've known. I come from a household where my mother was always preaching that to me from a young age, and the value of financial literacy and budgeting and saving. More importantly, her thing was, she was a big component, even if it's $20 a month, start doing something, right? Because the whole point was it gets you in that behavior. So even on a larger scale, I think it's of grave importance to have.
Yeah, I definitely think it should be taught better.
Yeah. And not to take over the platform. So.
No, that's all good.
You're
It's all good. Let me let's turn over to Bret. I know he has something very important he wants to say on this subject.
Yeah, speaking of personal, I'd say the biggest thing, like an overview, is live within your means. That's one thing I had to learn right away. And that was even in recent years. So I got a family also. We've talked about this.
Yeah. I mean, you live right down the street.
Live right down the street. Can stop by whenever. Jog over here.
I don't run. You couldn't tell by the softball game last night that I don't run anymore.
You ain't running too much of softball because you ain't hitting nothing.
Oh,
Bret,
he was hitting. He was doing okay.
I'm
Once he got it out of his system,
I'm a
the little
key
kinks.
component.
Must be a beer league.
Not at all.
No, they take it serious. But yeah, speaking of getting personal on a story, what was it? So I'm in the military also. I can say that about myself. And I've been well off. Growing up, we weren't rich by any means, but we were well off.
Okay.
To where money wasn't something I had to worry about. I didn't learn about money like that. I just saw what I saw on TV, maybe music videos. I just thought, hey, if you got money, let's spend it.
Fuck it.
So I get a career job. I'm like, hey.
Damn right, I got it.
Hey,
damn right,
I say,
it.
Bret's from Atlanta. A whole bunch of music videos down there throwing money up.
Hey, that's all we did.
All he listens to is 2
Rubber
Chainz.
Band Man. Wow, this is a talent band.
Except he ain't got no 9 in his right, or a 45 in the other hand.
45 in the other hand.
I stopped right after the Rubber Band. I ain't got.
I say, I don't even think you have a gun in the house, do you?
Hey, I always say, we ain't talking home security now. Don't answer that question. If you want to show up at his house, you may get something you don't like.
Yeah. We don't know where I live officially right now, so don't come. Don't try me. I got cameras.
By the way, that T.I. album was
shout out to
definitely
Paul.
a classic.
That was a classic.
Shout out to Paul.
Hey, that's gonna be for another podcast. Y'all
Jesus
gonna hear
Christ.
about that.
Brett,
Y'all gonna hear about a neighbor from hell.
I can't wait till Paul comes up.
Hey, we need to invite Paul over and just
Why isn't Ashley?
Woo.
Ashley needs to be watching this live.
No, listen. She's definitely sleeping. She got work in a few.
Don't worry, she already heard what I had to say about her.
she turned it off right.
She turned it off very early.
All right, but speaking of money, let's go. Let's get on topic.
Talk about money.
Money. All right. So I'm in the Navy. We know this. Let's see. I'm coming up on 8 years, guys.
God
damn. A little over 8 years. Honeyman, I don't know why he's talking. Over here, Ricky, he also has been in a pretty good while in the Air
Y'all
Force.
both started
7.5.
late. Y'all both
7.5.
started late.
Yeah, definitely did.
Both of y'all started
I'm
late.
coming up
Didn't
on
get into
9, but I'm
22.
over 8. But, my biggest goal was, hey, you hear the statement, when you make E5, you're well off. You're doing good.
Not well off.
You're not well off,
you're
but
okay.
you're making good money.
Yeah, how many
We're
kids you got,
talking-
though?
Hey,
It doesn't go by kids.
Doesn't go by kids.
BH goes by one dependent.
One
That's it.
dependent.
But
Exactly.
VH
So who's saying that?
So you could be married and have that's your dependent.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you don't get more money for having more kids.
More kids has been a burden. Trust me.
Yeah.
Kids cost.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I love them. Don't get me wrong. Better than anything, but those
No,
things,
I definitely love my
those
kids,
diapers,
but the condoms
Diapers.
probably would have been a lot cheaper.
And don't forget that daycare. That daycare money.
oh Lord.
So just to go ahead real quick because we're gonna come back to that daycare, but go ahead and finish your story.
But yeah, what is it? So I hit E5. This happened in the last year and a half or so.
So he just started getting paid.
Now, to be well off, we bought the typical SUV. We bought an SUV. We said, hey, we're getting BH. We might as well use it. Let's buy a house.
He's got a Chevy Traverse.
So definitely Ford Explorer 2000 and let's go 14.
What's the license plate number and
Brand new,
and what's
though.
your social security number?
It's get back is what it says. It says break. But literally, we got the SUV. We buy the house all within 2 years. And then I make E5 next. And I always told Ashley, I told the family, hey, right when I hit E5, I'm buying my dream truck. So right away, I go to the Ford dealership. I get the discount, Ford member, previous owner.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because Ashley's grandpa?
Oh, that's the A member price, yeah.
Okay.
So Ashley's grandfather, he retired from Ford. So we get, the best price possible. But we also buy...
Damn, can I get that deal too?
Hey, We'll see.
You gotta.
It's a distance.
You gotta kneel for Bret one time.
Oh, I don't like the way this sounds.
While the national anthem's playing in his bedroom.
Oh, Jesus Christ! God damn.
With a Falcons jersey on.
I don't. You know what?
That's the worst part of the whole story.
Just tell your goddamn story, all right?
That's the worst part of the whole story.
Let's get to the story. I mean, all right, so E5 hits. I said, hey, let me get my truck. This is what I've been working for. You know, I've done 8 years, 7 years.
Facts.
Let me get my dream truck. It's, you know, it's a goodie. I'm going to throw out a price, guys, but it's a good 30K.
God
It's
damn.
a 30K plus.
Ooh.
Welcome back.
But, you know,
Smile.
we're talking a 5-year plan on that SUV. Now, it's only been 2 years, so I got a brand new house. We're talking about paying for things you didn't know about. You know, no
The
one
AC
teaches
breaking
you
down.
the AC
God damn.
breaking down.
Trust me.
No one teaches you about that.
The unexpected variables.
Exactly. You know, you're sitting there, you're like, oh, you bought a home for a price, but all these utilities.
You got to have at least 20,000 on hand. At least.
And the VA loan doesn't. They don't say you need anything. They say, hey, we got you.
Oh yeah. Hey,
We got
you.
you.
need a house? Approved.
Yeah,
There it
pretty
is.
much.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Come on in, baby.
So I walk into that house. I got 2 cars. Next thing you know, I'm 29 years old, and I'm looking at my kids like, the wife's telling me, hey,
We need to start saving for college.
we can't be eating out like this. I'm like, whoa, you know we do Mexican on Monday nights. you know I get
Margarita
a
Monday.
Yeah,
You know
Margarita
hey.
Monday.
Margarita Monday.
Hey, what happened to Taco Tuesday?
taco. I mean, you know they got a special on Mondays because everybody goes on Tuesdays. So
Oh,
it's-
Military Mondays.
Hey, real quick.
He knows.
but really, that's just it's dealing with. Hey, you know, when you start, you think you're living good. You're like, hey, I'm making 60 plus, 70 plus. I'm doing well. Not even having a college education like that. But wait a second, I'm getting told by my wife we ain't got no money. That's where you got to sit back and you got to think, whoa,
Yeah.
let's readjust and let's think about
And what's
how we're
priority?
spending money. What's priorities? Kids are going to be priorities. That home that you purchase, that's priority.
Hey, real quick. So one of the viewers asked, "What do we consider financial stability?"
Let me go into this real quick.
That's broad.
Financial stability. It really depends on your situation. Like who are you? Do you have kids? Are you single?
Yeah. Because
Where do you live at?
You can live a little freer if you're single.
It's a lot of things. Like living in Wyoming is different than living in DC. So pretty much this is what I look at right here. If you're able to afford your rent or mortgage, wherever your transportation is, if you can find that affordable too, and also you have money you could save because you got to pay yourself first when you get your check. You know, put money aside, however much that is. Like Pat said, even if it's $20, you're putting something away.
Yeah.
And you
Looking
still
for the
have
future.
Yeah, and you still have something that can cover you until your next check comes up. Now, I'm not saying that what cover you is what depends on your own personal taste. If you like art and you want to buy a bunch of pictures, or if you're big in cars, you want to buy some parts. All right, that's fine. Whatever your hobby is, but can you buy stuff for your hobby and still be able to take care of you or your family, and you're able to put money in savings and continue to grow that? So
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I was gonna put out a question to to us.
The panel.
The panel. When did y'all learn? What age did y'all learn what a 401k was? Because I'll be honest, I didn't learn until a later age. It had to be probably the end of high school or maybe after high school.
Yeah, he said facts.
mm,
It's a good point. 401k. So I heard things about it in high school. I always heard my pops talk about it. My pops, he actually worked at a steel mill called Butler's, and they transferred to Mexico. He ended up getting laid off.
check that out. A job leaving America, going overseas.
Yeah. So they transferred.
Shocking.
They transferred to Mexico.
Or
and
Mexico
then,
isn't overseas, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean to another country.
Yeah.
And then he, long story short, transferred to the railroad, which has their own 401k. And when he started talking about, railroad retirement, that's the big, railroad retirement. I mean, it's huge, because not only do they pay my pops, they pay my mom as well. So
They got a union for that?
yes,
or?
yeah, he's in the
Okay.
union.
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to unions.
Yeah, no, unions are great.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
definitely a great thing. To
Oh,
look
that's
at.
only my second shout out. Don't worry, we're going to end the show very, very. Don't worry
That's
about
only
it.
the
I'm gonna
second
catch up.
shot?
No, it's the second one he caught, but it has been a lot fewer than normal.
We missed a few, probably.
Maybe so.
But so yeah, you know, he's in the union. But so he joined the railroad, I think, while I was a sophomore in high school, which would have been in 2006. And he kind of, you know, my dad's always been great. Maybe not great with money, but has always told me, you know, save your money, save your money, save your money. He, just a quick story. He gave me a $1 bill that I still have, and I hold it in my wallet, like on the backside. And he told me, as long as you have that $1 bill, you'll never be broke.
Hey.
So, and I still have that
That's a
$1
lesson
bill
right there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice.
So,
Beautiful lesson, but I'm surprised you haven't used that in like a Pepsi machine to get yourself a Coke.
And
Fat
just
jokes,
and
I like
replace
it.
the
You're a
dollar.
Coca-Cola guy. Tell him. Let him know.
Or a zebra cake.
No, you're from the north. You do like that.
I'm a
Yeah,
Zebra cake.
I'm a Baja Blast kind of guy. Thank you.
He's
You're going to need more than $1.
He's
though.
kind of guy that gets blasting in.
Oh my
Jeez.
God, this guy.
Just when you think you know someone.
Yeah.
Just he think it was real deep in conversation.
Yeah.
Go on, tell your story about your pops and your dollar.
Anyways, so
Has a different outlook right now, doesn't it?
yeah, I don't even want to talk to you no more.
Oh, also,
Anyways,
when you
yeah,
get a
so-
chance.
Oh, you need more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep telling your story.
But yeah, so I mean, my pops always told me to make sure that I save my money, and I didn't listen to him until recently. I mean, you know, that's typical for kids not to listen to their parents anyway. So,
That's true.
and
Gotta rebel.
I definitely, I can say this. I can say now I do enjoy my life. I enjoy my kids. I enjoy my wife. Shout out to the rap.
Oh, now you enjoy your wife?
I've always enjoyed my wife.
Okay, all right, better answer.
Yeah.
Let it go, Rick. You're
I've-
going to lead into
Yeah,
something.
yeah. No. He done opened
Got
up
family in here.
He done opened up the can. I always.
Because I don't even want to hear it.
Always.
A
Pull
family
plug.
affair
Brett, pull a
1.5.
plug on this mic. On AJ's mic.
This could go on for a minute.
Nah, we're good. We're good.
I have always enjoyed my wife's company. I'll give you that. I'll go ahead and, you know, I'm not gonna.
Nice. Okay, you don't
As y'all
have to.
say-
All
We
right,
got
AJ,
it.
the first thing you said
We
was
got it.
fine, man. Go
Right.
on with your story.
Go,
God damn it.
Go.
As y'all say, I'm
My
not gonna
sweet,
spike that volleyball
innocent,
down.
pure Rachel.
Yeah.
My sweet cousin. You sodomizer.
You got Ricky quiet.
But
I got nothing to say.
She wasn't ready.
no, I didn't start listening to my
No,
parents until like a year and a half ago, and now I could say like, you know, it's been a strong, probably almost a year and a half since I've asked anybody else for money to help me. Yeah. And I don't have to now, and I understand that my kids' needs come before my own, and my wife's needs come before my own, and the bills need to get paid before I can go fucking, you know, play basketball and get basketball jerseys and play softball and get softball bats. And,
Don't lie on here.
And
You ain't got to say basketball. You ain't got to bring that in. Come on.
I'm better than you. And go ahead, Rick. I
Well,
see.
no,
I see.
and I'll say you're defining, to answer the viewer's question, you're defining that.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
defining what financial stability looks
To me,
like
to
within
myself,
a
yeah.
household.
To
Yeah.
myself.
Well,
yeah.
no,
Everybody
but-
means something
but-
different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's the ability to be able to sustain your life,
Our
outside
lifestyle, yeah, our
of
lifestyle.
priorities, right? So it's being able to put away 2 to 3 months of the expense of what you all would need
Exactly.
to, you know, to
If
keep
an
that
emergency
house
happens,
going.
yeah.
Right. So that means all of that: the mortgage, the car notes, if your children are in private school, groceries, gas, you know,
Yeah.
all of these expenses. We're not talking about wants, you know, and emotional spending.
Yeah.
We're talking about those things because all of those are the priority. And then anything above that, if there's room for, you know, in savings, right? Because you learn, you know, you need personal savings for yourself. And for me, because I invest, there are things I put away as well. But then on top of that, as a household, you have a savings that's in the immediate for little incidentals and things that come up, as Bret made the point of. And then you have long-term savings.
Right.
So that can end up going into college fund or,
Yep.
you know, when you are ready to remodel or if the appliance breaks down outside of the warranty.
Right.
Which almost always happens, you know, so.
More than you know.
Yeah.
There's a
All right.
reason it's a warranty for that
Let's-
length of time.
Let's end it off on this right here.
All right.
Before we move to the next topic.
Next topic.
This is what I want to say real quick. Just a quick personal story. you can always bounce back no matter what situation you're in with financially. Myself, when I was 21, I think I had done some crazy things to my credit and had a terrible score. I was like in the 400s. Me, 29, about to hit 30. I'm not going to put my score out there, but just know that I'm doing a whole lot better than that.
Yeah.
Put your score out there and let me get your social.
No, he's not going to brag, but where he was in the fours, he's in the, very high fives.
I'll tell you what I did.
I'm just joking.
The thing is that I had I was in college and I had a job at the time. It honestly was I was doing some wild shit. I had 3 credit cards, but things I had a job and I was paying on those credit cards, but using them like credit debit. But things that you had the Great Recession hit.
Yeah.
And I went from working like
2008.
Yeah, working like 4 or 5 days a week to 1 day a week, and some days maybe like no days a week. And then that just brought everything down completely. That's real shit.
And my guy says, and you were dating a 14-year-old.
We'll talk about that next. Don't worry about it. We'll get to that. We'll get to that one right there about a 14-year-old. I promise I won't disappoint, baby. But thing is that I hustled. I got another job. And honestly, I got a shout out to Ma. I know she's listening right now. I came back home, got a job, went to PG Community College. Shout out to Prince George's all day. Worked there.
Did what you had to do.
Did I do? Changed my major up. Hustled. Worked at now defunct Sports Authority, where I used to work at back in the day. Just hustled. Got extra shifts. Paid all that off. Cleaned everything up. And then from there, I got into the Air Force. And then I just was cognizant of everything that happened in the past, and I was smart about it, and it never happened again. So
Great.
Yeah.
No,
The thing is that you can always bounce back, but you have to grind to get your way back. And it was unfortunate at the time with the economy. And you know what? I mean, this is the way economy is. It goes up, it goes down.
Just to add on to your point, you can always bounce back. It's just based off of what you're willing to give up.
Exactly. And I had
You have to be willing to give up.
I had to leave my independence being on my own to move back in my parents' house to do that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Sacrifice.
yeah, I mean, I know I wasn't running around the streets at 2 o'clock in the morning to come back whenever. Yeah. You know, it was, mom and pops, I had Rachel going to high school,
But it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Short-term sacrifice for long-term gain.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's great. I mean, you're doing great now. Great things.
Hey, I'm doing a podcast right now.
Matter of fact,
BLACKSnYAC.
Just to brag on ourselves a little bit, you own your own business technically. Maybe not your own business, but we own a business.
BLACKSnYAC.
BLACKSnYAC.
LLC.
Yes, sir.
All right, next topic. You want to introduce one, or do you want me to introduce it?
No, I want this one because
Take it.
Even to this day, what this guy did, I kind of admire because I would love to shit on some high school kids.
This is impressive.
All right, you tell the story, and if you leave any details, I'll just fill in.
So, a 25-year-old poses as a 17-year-old to play basketball. Now, the reason... Go ahead. What were you about to say? Go ahead.
You want me to talk going from here? So pretty much, he was he's claimed that he was a victim of the hurricane in Houston.
Yeah.
So he said he got displaced.
My guy.
So
I love this. I'm not gonna lie. This is
like a dream for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
we're
for
in
the
that
record,
age.
They even had a movie about it, like I think with Zac Efron back in the day, where the guy was like 38. He went back to high school so he could turn 17 again.
17 again.
17 again. That's what it is right
yeah.
there. So I mean, it's not like a concept that's been out there.
Yeah.
This guy was like, I saw the movie, man. Fuck that. I'm gonna do it. So check this out right here. Check this out. So this guy leaves. He claims a hurricane, Houston displaced. Went from we went from I think Louisiana. I think we went from Louisiana to Houston. Doesn't matter. The fact is, he claimed he claimed a disaster to take his. What's that?
Finish your story real quick, and then I'll.
Okay. So he enrolls into school, and he's putting up numbers.
Buckets.
Dude, he's getting buckets. So he's in just one tournament. So he changed his name.
Buckets.
The guy changed his name completely. The guy's out here getting numbers. He's in a tournament. He's in a tournament. He's averaging 34 points, 15 boards.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, great numbers.
Wow.
Great numbers.
Man
All
strength.
wow. All wow.
Man strength.
So this is how he got caught.
All wow.
All wow.
Besides
wow.
All wow.
Oh, wow.
Smashing
What's
a
the
14
disclaimer? What's the bad
One
thing?
second. It's right there. AJ said it. So he was also dating a 14-year-old
As a
at the high
25.
school.
I mean, he really got into character at that point. He really thought this man really thought he was only 15 or 16 years old. And
mean-
that's the problem.
I mean, at that point, I mean, you're already going with the lie. I mean, you have to. I mean, I'm a senior. I might as well go and smash this freshman real quick. Fresh meat, baby. I'm gonna make it happen.
Jeez. Now we're going down slippery
Just so
slope
you know,
there.
your mom's watching the podcast.
No.
We do not agree
as,
with
as a
that.
17-year-old.
As well
do
as
not
law
agree with
enforcement,
what-
maybe
Hey,
your
hold a
supervisor.
second. Don't twist this. Don't make this
Buckets.
national anthem. Don't twist my words.
Stick to the
I
bucket.
say as a 17-year-old, doing that. But he's 25, so it's a little bit different.
But he was 17 at the time.
What?
That's what
Yeah,
the
17.
scorebook
Like
said.
he's 17, like 8 years ago. So this guy right here.
So
This guy, so he's at a tournament, and he's averaging 34 and 15. Great numbers. Dating a 14-year-old. That's a 25-year-old. So his old
Antetokounmpo.
coach from high school sees him out there. He sees him out there playing the game. He's like, what the fuck is this? Is he really out there? Whoa, hold a second, my guy. What are you doing to play the opposite team? And the whole thing just blew up from there. Now the guy got arrested, criminal charges. They actually looked into to see what he did with the 14-year-old. Looking to see if he actually had sex with her or not. They claim that it wasn't sexual.
oh,
That
she's
he was-
playing the part.
I mean, it is what it is right
She
now. She's
must think he
claimed.
can still make the
Yeah,
league
she-
or something. he can't make the league.
He's in there.
But my thing is that you look at this guy. I mean, could he pass for 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you had
maybe.
Greg Oden in Ohio State.
You can get away with it, yeah.
You got all these guys coming over from Africa, Bismack Biyombo, Thon Maker. Who knows how old these cats are? Yao Ming, who actually even knows how old he was when he was in the league. So,
He was like 50.
dude, Yao Ming was older than what he was.
He was
Them
a baller
knees,
then.
them knees were about 50.
Yeah, exactly. Thon Maker older than what he was, or is. But the thing is that 25-year-old playing as a 17.
Yeah, let's talk
What
about
do
the
you-
basketball aspect.
The basketball aspect.
I'm in there.
Would you do that?
I would feel 100% okay doing that. And I'm smacking every 14-year-old basketball player that I'm playing against in the JV varsity level. I'm shitting on everybody.
But you're 25.
I don't give a fuck.
You just want the glory.
I shit on my son right now, and he's 3 years old. I don't like no
That's true.
no baskets
That's true.
in my house. All right, I'm not.
When them boys want to fight, I lay them down on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
they,
I'm not.
they shoot, I block.
Yeah, not up in here.
Nah, you ain't getting nothing.
Nah, yeah. I just for the benefit of the people he was playing against, they don't even know that made them better. Think of it from that aspect. You just got shit on by a 25-year-old, but that made you better.
You should get into politics with a spin like that.
Yeah, exactly. That was great.
Yeah.
That was
Sounds-
wonderful.
You
Let's
like that?
reverse
But-
this.
but-
Instead of cheating,
Is that-
they actually were
That's
getting.
a-
Yeah,
that
they,
sounds
they were
ridiculous,
getting the
man.
benefit of it.
Are you on his legal team?
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, what are you talking about over there?
No. Would I do it? Yes.
You would do it. If you could do it, you would do it.
Yeah.
And get away with it.
Yeah. If I could go
Hey.
back and play against 17-year-olds
Oh,
basketball,
yes.
I would definitely do it.
In a heartbeat.
Hey, Virginia Beach High. Watch out for this guy.
Now, now granted, I'm not going around smacking 14-year-olds. That's not going to happen. All right.
Yeah, he said he wasn't. He said he wasn't hitting it. She said he wasn't hitting it.
I'm
They said it
I'm
was,
not even
uh,
having relations.
It was very plutonic.
Don't
Nothing
even call-
crazy was happening.
I'm going to school. I'm going to be on the honor roll because I never was in high school, so I'm going to make myself feel good some kind of way. All right.
So he's out there. You got to think about this guy. He's actually enrolling in classes. He's playing the whole part. He's doing everything.
I'm trying to figure out. Don't your parents have to sign you up for school?
I feel like there's something has
Well,
to
he said he got
involved.
displaced from the hurricane, so there was
Doesn't
he didn't have any
a
records.
guardian of some sort have
Yeah,
to
like,
be
yeah,
there?
that's-
Like he can't just show up to school on the
How
first day with
fuck
a book
does
bag.
Some ironic shit like this just happened. Oh, hey, I'm
You know what?
Ricky Williams. I'm 17 years old and I was in a
You,
hurricane.
you know what? This is why you need armed guards in the school.
There it is. It all leads back to it.
Hey, I'm just gonna.
All
throw
goes
it-
full circle.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Hurricane season starts next week.
There it is.
in Virginia.
Wow. Hey, you go to one school.
I can't wait.
You go to one school. I'll go to another one.
No, we got to go to the same school.
Oh, you're right. We'll tear it up.
Oh my!
two 30-year-olds on the squad. Let's go.
I'm
Why is this guy?
I'm smacking the backboard every
AJ
layup.
will give himself away the first half over, and he's sweating bullets. Gassed.
Hey, this man over here sweating beer.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, hey, I
I
got to drink a 6-pack before the game.
They'd be like, "Where you get that fake ID?" Like, "Oh, my bad." You
Has
know?
anybody ever seen this man in class? You can go back and take 9th grade geometry.
Yeah, definitely.
Finances 101.
And I'm gonna recommend that. Yeah, I'm gonna recommend they teach finances. Why are you teaching me geometry? Where's the finance class?
Y'all know about credit scores, mortgage rates.
This was a perfect topic to end on.
Yeah. Because you had 3 serious
I'm one of
ones.
the only
And,
sober ones.
You said what?
Hey, Bret. I can tell. This is what it feels like.
This is what it's like.
I'm just like this. Hey, you sound
Rachel said Noah gets buckets, but that's fake news.
she said no, it gets buckets.
Yeah, fake news.
Maybe when that little basketball poop my pops bought.
Yeah, fake news.
Oh, dang.
You saw what I did today. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
but,
I'm serious about
shut
that.
it down.
Jesus, this guy right here. Honestly, the psychology behind it. I mean, this guy's obviously out of his skull, straight up.
Do you think he's gonna beat the case?
Yo, we got the stats to prove that. We got the stats going against him. He ain't beating shit, dude. But what does it take for an individual to actually want to re-roll back in high school? Not to mention that you joined a basketball team.
That fresh meat was on his mind. When he re-rolled. Yeah, I'm about to get some 14-year-old pussy.
Oh God, damn, that just
what he
sounds
was thinking.
terrible.
That's
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Reckless.
Like a quarter life crisis to me is a real thing. I've seen it. I've even felt like myself. I dealt with that before.
No,
But this,
I agree.
yeah. But this right here is like a quarter life crisis on steroids. This guy actually went back to high school. They're playing games. like I've seen, you see it sometimes in like
I bet
youth
he
leagues.
was trash. I bet he was trash when he was really in high school.
Probably so.
Yeah, had to
Yeah.
have been.
He got good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he
he's
played
like,
on a
"You know
high
what?
school team because he had of course, the high school coach recognized him. But you got to think like youth leagues growing up when it's like a guy's like I've seen it. PG County. I've seen it with a guy's a year older playing a league a year younger.
Fuck PG County. Go to the YMCA. You ain't never been to the YMCA. Any YMCA. All these guys want to relive their glory days. We had this guy back in Galesburg, Illinois, where I'm from.
Huh.
And this dude, he got kicked out of college, right? Got kicked out of college. You know, I'm not going to name why he got kicked out. I'm not going to name any names. He gets kicked out of college, right? Comes back. We're playing ball. I'm like a freshman in college. Playing ball, right? This dude's coming down looking like LeBron every time. Boom. Boom, right? They come and tell this dude, hey, you can't be dunking on the hoops, right? He's like, okay. So every time he would come down after that, he would come up and lay it over the rim, hand over the rim, and just look at the guy while he was doing it. So he was reliving the glory days. Basketball is sports in general. That's why me and Bret play softball. That's why we play intramural
you
basketball.
want that feeling.
That feeling back in those days was so great. And you on camp in 7th grade, I remember everything in 7th grade because that's when I was in my prime.
Yeah, but you don't see Bret going out to the locals Pee Wee League softball field.
Ooh.
But we're playing younger kids.
How young?
Yeah, but
me and
softball,
Bret-
you can get away with that. We're not playing, like he's saying, we're not playing.
In basketball, we're playing
12-year-olds.
In basketball, we're playing 21
Bro,
year
if I
olds
go
right
on a
now.
basketball,
And
but if I go on a basketball, but you're playing another adult. I'm not going on a basketball court
So
and skipping the adult
hold
court
on.
and then
So-
going
so
to the 12-year-olds,
let
the
me finish.
14-year-olds.
If I'm 28, and I'm playing a 20-year-old, what's the difference between me being 25 and playing a 17-year-old?
The legal age of an adult.
That's 3 different years, though. A 17-year-old come out to the YMCA and get his
Make
head
that
busted.
comment and on the end of it put judge and see if it flies.
Well, so I think we're talking about two different things here. He's talking about like in a high school setting.
He's talking to high school.
We're
I'm
talking about the Y.
I'm talking about the YMCA.
The Y is something totally different.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a pickup game. I'm talking about as it relates to this
But I'm
subject.
talking about that's why we play intramural basketball right now.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm just bringing it back to the subject. Yo, that's crazy.
No, I'm not
Like
disagreeing.
any-
Yeah, he's I would never do it in a high school setting. I would do it in a league that is set up by some kind of company, i.e. the Y, MWR, something like that. I would do it like that.
Yeah, if we playing ball and whoever's next is a pickup game.
Yeah, I mean, I smacked y'all up in Maryland when we was at Solomon's Island.
They ain't smacked nobody up. Dang, that did not happen.
That's crazy.
For the record, Ricky has never beat me either.
I'm about to say, I've seen Ricky
Jesus
play.
Christ.
I can also vouch for he ain't smacking nobody up.
Hey, hold a second. Hold a second. That game that we played at the Y, I'm pretty sure, not even pretty sure, 100% sure, I carried that squad.
Whoa.
Me, AJ, Pops.
Your Pops carried the squad, all right?
All right, that's just fake news.
You were there.
That's just fake. Come on. You going to lie, at least make it interesting.
Ricky was there to start the fights, and that was it.
Yeah. Ricky hits a bucket, and you know
One
when Ricky
bucket.
hits a bucket.
A
you
bucket.
know, he's going to let
every
everybody
bucket.
know.
One bucket. That's fucking right. That's
Prince.
right.
He's
This is what I
Prince.
do.
He turned the Prince out there. Good. Good.
You see how calm I am right now? You see I'm not exaggerating on the microphone? Because I don't have to.
You're a good actor.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're a good actor.
I appreciate that, too.
Yeah. You're acting.
I was there. I know what it is. And I'm more than happy to go back up to the Y. Make it happen.
We'll be up there tomorrow.
Nice.
He don't want that.
Nice.
We're going to be up there tomorrow.
You too old
Yeah,
for the
we're going.
You too old for the competition AJ wants.
Maybe that's what it is. But the last game that we played up there, I remember hitting about 4 threes in a row to bring us back from we was down like 13-10.
Fake news to the
4
max.
threes.
Fake news.
We didn't
to
let
the
him
max.
hold the ball 4 times. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
sure.
like a
That's what it was
set
right there.
screens and get rebounds.
If,
you know,
if
that's-
I recall, me and Bret were the ones hitting threes.
Got it. All right.
Cut,
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I guess
continuously
Hey.
playing the pick and roll game.
Hey, I guess the Waddle brothers got it. It is what it is.
The Waddle brothers.
oh, there it is.
Waddle.
4 3. It's,
Yeah, that's
Kyle
what it
Korver
sounds
taught
like.
me. We're friends.
Got a little ring to it. The Waddle brothers.
The Waddle
Hey,
brothers.
they
I
still,
like it.
hey, we're legends at that YMCA.
We are.
They still ask about us.
No, Ricky is still a legend because they asked where the guy is so they can
Sounds
beat his
like
ass.
Yeah.
The Waddle brothers. Sounds
Hey,
like
after I
two
whooped their ass,
huskies.
of course they wouldn't beat my ass. I show up there. You know what? When but that last game we played, because we lost the first one.
Yeah, I
But we
remember
won.
that.
We won the second two. So that
We played like
we
4
played
total.
3. We played 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the best. Of course, you lose the first one. You play again, you win. Then tiebreaker. You already know how that goes. So that third game, and then I don't know what that dude called. He caught a foul. I was strapping him up.
So he still goes religiously. He's tall as fuck now too. He's like 6'6" now. The guy he's talking about, the little short black kid that was there.
No. This is a white dude.
Oh, he's talking about
He's
the
talking
old
about
white
the skinny
guy.
white
Yeah,
guy.
he's still there too. He's still there.
He
Too.
can
I'm saying that
ball, too,
motherfucker
though.
6'6". I'm like, for real?
He's probably
I'm
like
like,
6'2".
goddamn.
He's 6'2".
Yeah, he's tall. He's not.
Yeah, he
he's
was
not
taller than me.
short.
Yeah.
He's 6'2". He's
Yeah.
nice. I mean, he's not Miami nice, but
Who was the who was that one? Yeah,
That's an inside joke right there. Put your U's up.
shout
Hey,
out, shout
this
out
is
to
a-
Miami.
Don't ever say you were D1
Yeah.
and then you get exposed on the field. Like,
We're gonna come off topic for a little bit.
What, a little bit?
For a little bit. So yesterday,
for a little
fuck the 25-year-old. All right. Final thoughts on that. 25-year-old was wrong. All right, wrong. That's wrong to do. Do it at the YMCA.
is he going to jail?
Yes.
Should he deserve to be in jail?
Yeah.
I think it's up to the girl though.
I-
if
no,
they
no,
don't
no,
have
no, no,
anything allegation.
He
Oh,
does-
you think he's gonna go to jail
Yeah.
for?
He deserves a year. You're falsifying documents.
What about probation? That could be a hard case of 3
Or
years
probation. Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, also he could have been a threat to the school.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they could throw at him.
Where's
We're
the
not gonna
armed,
see.
where's the armed guards?
Yeah, exactly. We'll close that one out
25-year-old.
right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, real quick,
Hold a second. We'll call this the after party segment.
the after party.
Hey,
After hours, after party, everybody is invited.
hey.
Go ahead and finish it, because I'm not going to say it.
It's a totally different version now.
Now I got you.
I tell you what. Use that song for this podcast right here.
All right.
Yeah, after party talk. Now we just talking shit.
After party talk. We got about 7 minutes of after party talk.
Yeah, 7 minutes tops.
What
Right?
time are we at right now?
An hour and 53.
You got less than that.
I'm with whatever.
All right, go on.
After party talk, right? So, like Bret started off, don't ever say you played D1 baseball and come to a softball game and get exposed.
Yeah, you can't hide when that ball's hit to you.
Ever.
We know It's same with all sports. Don't just say softball
But
baseball.
I'm referencing what happened yesterday.
Something we saw literally yesterday.
Firsthand.
This man, I swear to you guys, now this is the Navy, so everybody was former athletes. They were, supposed to be in the pros.
Something great.
But they got hurt. That's why they're in the military now. That's what they all say. So this guy says, hey, I'm D1. I'm like, hey, we need somebody for softball. I need to pick somebody up.
Complete trash.
I'm D1. I played at the U. I said, whoa,
he said,
whoa.
Miami University. He told me this
Miami
as soon as I
University.
pulled up into the dugout yesterday. Yeah, they called me Miami. I played at Miami University. I said, oh.
You played in Miami, and they played at you, and they call you Miami.
That's what he said.
He's saying he knows we're already joking on him, and he's cool with it because he's like, hey, I'm that good. I understand. I'm D1.
I'm shitting on this dude the whole game, just so you know.
What do you look like out there?
Oh.
You ever seen?
Tell me.
You ever seen a bird shit from a light pole and it just dropped down and hit your car?
Oh.
Hit your car. I got shitted on out for a run Tuesday right on my arm.
Yeah.
Did you?
Hey,
that's good luck.
That's what it looked
Luckily,
like.
it started raining, like torrential downpour. I was like, thank God.
Getting shit on by birds, good luck.
Well, that's what it looked like.
It didn't feel like it at the time.
And it wasn't good luck because we lost the second
Yeah,
game.
we did. It was nothing good.
Miami didn't save y'all?
Oh, Miami did not save us.
I don't even think Miami got a hit.
He might have got one, luckily.
A
but
hit.
Do you look good at all out there?
Let's
no.
put it this way. Brett was 4 for 6 yesterday. I was
That's good. Yeah.
I was 4 for 6. Well, okay. Brett was 3 for 6 and
Let's
got
go
on
3
with an
for
error.
6.
And
Yeah,
got
yeah.
on with an error.
I could have done a lot better. It wasn't one of my strongest
So
games.
I was 3 for 6, got on with an error. Was the left-handed, the switch hitter?
Or he's like our best player.
He a great player. He was 2 for 6. Or 3 for 6 as well, actually.
He didn't bat that well. You expect somebody like that in softball. When it's slow pitch,
He's nasty. He was nasty. He's definitely a good player.
How slow is slow pitch?
it's literally like you're tossing to your son at that age of like 5 years old. Like, hey, but the thing is you can throw it high. So they can put spin on the ball. They can throw it. The ball has to go over their head, the batter's head, when you throw it. So that's like the rules of slow pitch softball. But then there's 10 people in the
6 to
field.
12 feet. 6 to 12 feet in the air. You got 8 seconds to pitch the ball.
Oh,
So
damn.
It's literally like like that's what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
So anybody that's played organized sports, even in high school, knows that when the ball is hit and it's hit to you as a fly ball, when you're good, you can use one hand. And you never jump unless you're diving for a ball.
I remember that play.
This dude got a ball hit to his chest and jumped up.
So you wanted to get that hit in the nuts? Is that it?
I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Nobody knows.
It was the worst looking out I have ever seen in my 12 years of playing recreational softball.
And what we say when he would make an error?
Who invited him?
Waddle.
Wait.
Waddle.
It wasn't like I invited him.
Wow. Now it all comes full circle. You already talking shit about this guy.
I'm the head coach for the Lincoln. If you say you're D1, I'm like, hey, let's get it.
Yeah, real. I would.
Show me some footage.
Yeah.
Have you-
Well,
Come on now.
Have you talked
I
like
said that. I said you must have pictures of you in uniform. He said no. And this is another good cover.
Come on,
up.
bro. You can't be catfishing in 2018.
He said, "Oh, I don't have any pictures anymore because I got kicked off the team for an alcohol-related incident." I said, "Whoa, a little sketchy."
But
Already,
you could look that up, though.
Yes, and I looked it up today. Fake news.
fake news.
Miami?
Fakest of
The
news.
CSS in Preston. I got love for you, baby.
What rank is this guy?
E3.
Oh, he brand new.
A E3?
He's been in 7
Come on,
months.
bro.
CSS in Preston. I'm calling him out right now.
There
Throw
it
it on
is.
the podcast.
I'm
CSS
gonna
in
make
Preston.
him watch it.
Yes, please. Make him watch the whole fucking thing and subscribe.
Hey, bring him up here on the Word Around Town.
Word around town is your doo-doo. Hey, all right? Word around town is your doo-doo. And
He's still gonna say he went to Miami.
he's legit a
Hey,
pathological.
you could fact check him on live.
I've already did it. I've already done it. I fact checked
tried
it.
No, bring him here and fact check him on live.
Bro, you could tell he was upset when I would literally to his face in the dugout. I was like, "Yo, that's fake news. That's false news."
He ain't like that.
He hated it.
He was making an error. We were yelling out me, Honeyman, and Clem. We're all friends. We would
Every
be
time he
yelling
made
out
an error.
the you.
throwing it up, being sarcastic. You like he's.
I hit him with some Soldier Boy shit.
Look, bro, you're complete trash. Don't ever fucking play on this team ever again.
He already is asking about next week. I said, yo, you're sitting your ass on the bench. Don't eat.
Hey, bring him on next week.
No, I'll bring him on the podcast next week, but don't ever fucking try
He's
to.
a glutton for punishment. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you can't.
I'm going.
You can't hide
I'm
behind
going,
these words.
I'm going full donkey of the day here. You deserve this L.
Damn, donkey of the year.
Hey, should there be like at the end of each segment? There's like a donkey of the week. You know, like a
We can't.
something
I don't
you
think
call out.
I don't think we can use that.
Nah, that's a copyright.
Not a donkey, but you know, something we can make up.
Jackass.
Yeah. Well, you are Preston. Let me talk to you, buddy. All right. I've been playing for 8 years, Navy wide. 2 years outside the Navy. Don't ever fucking lie to me about being at the U. Complete doo-doo. Poop. Shit emoji. Insert here.
Why do you say the U? He could have said any other like small college.
That's
Bro,
what we said.
Hey, tell me Parkland Community College. Tell me fucking Carl Sandburg Community College. Don't tell me the fucking U.
Yeah, somewhere it's hard to look up. Not a lot of information.
Monmouth College.
PG Community College.
Bowie State even. I'll even give you Bowie
He's going
State.
to
I
Maryland
don't think Bowie
University.
State got a baseball team.
Hey, I would have believed it, though. I would have believed it. Come on, man. Think better than that.
Damn, that's almost like as bad as Pat lying about his business. I saw Pat in the back of a white van eating an egg sandwich to everybody else.
Dude, he's been
With all other workers.
He's so happy you got a chuckle. He's been carrying that one joke for like 5 years. I've heard that joke like 12 times.
I ain't never heard it.
Hey, you know what? They
can
heard
tell
it.
by-
They
we
heard it
made no
live.
expression.
Real quick.
And it was like your boy just fabricated out of osmosis.
So real quick, what can I ask what the name of your company is?
Premier Janitorial.
Okay.
It's a facility maintenance company.
And you came up with that yourself?
Yeah, everything was started from scratch.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
As a matter of fact, we're celebrating 10 years come June.
Damn.
Congrats.
So that just goes to show that Pat's at least 34 years old.
Oh yeah, he's
I'm
old.
32.
32.
I just
So you
turned
started at
32
22?
in April. Yeah, I started my business when I was 22.
You did a show with him about that already, right?
Yeah, it was the fifth podcast.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I listened to
The
some of it.
B-sides.
I did. Yeah, I didn't listen to all of it, but I listened to some
The B-sides. It's that was a very interesting podcast. It was it's all audio.
Interesting.
It's long as shit, but it's
I mean, this one's long. We're at 2 hours and a minute right now.
well, we already had the after party segment, so
This is a good time. What do you think, bro? Go ahead, Brett.
I mean, for a first time podcasting, I loved it, guys. I'll be honest. This is a lot
do you see
better
how
than I
quick
expected.
it can go? Like,
Oh yeah, like once, especially when the topic started, like I was really worried that we weren't even gonna be able to talk about this. I was like writing stuff down. I was like, I gotta have some knowledge about this.
That's why we bring our laptops.
Yeah,
That way we're always fact checking because we don't want to look stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
that's a good
people
look.
that are watching, will fact check you.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I would
That's
fact
why-
check anybody I
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried to
I
make
fact
sure
check-
I was
fact
only
check
saying.
Trump. So I mean,
Yeah.
why wouldn't they
Goddamn
fact check
president. Why wouldn't anybody fact check us?
Shout out to Trump.
He's waiting for a reaction.
No.
What you got?
No, because we work for him. Duh.
Hey, you right. That's why I'm not saying nothing negative.
No, I love Trump. Trump train.
So yeah, Brett, how you
good
feel
to
about the
be a
podcast,
civilian.
man?
So I have to take that
I
orange
hope I can
Cheeto.
come back again.
No,
That's all I
you're-
say.
I mean, we.
I figure it's a dry. This is my first time.
You did good.
It
in
can
a-
only
in-
go up from here. It can
In a
only
real
get better.
Kevin
Oh yeah,
Costner
because that
kind of
was
way.
just the tip. And we're
That
back.
was only the tip. I mean, I'm lubed
But
up.
wait,
I
there's
feel
more.
good. There's a little left. Come on, it can get better. But
Whoa.
pause.
Hey.
I mean, y'all were going there.
Brett's actually been checked.
I always like how we start off the show talking about a bunch of gay shit. Always.
Hey,
It's always Pat over here talking about inserting himself anally in somebody, or is me talking about some
Pat,
crazy shit.
Pat did say he liked sodomy in the car on the way down here today.
He did say that.
Yeah.
He asked me if we were going to Texas.
I never know. I gotta look at Pat to get the confirmation.
never happened.
He's like, no.
I've mentioned sodomy here, and that's what sparked it in your frontal lobe.
Hey,
never.
don't let Pat lie to you.
Hey, what did you say last time? When these cameras turn on,
when these cameras, this show usually starts back in Maryland. It's usually everybody talking a bunch of shit about me or whatever. Now I give Pat credit all day. When the lights come on, Pat's the same as lights come off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%.
But I'm not gonna lie, I got
That's
kind of
because I'm a
nervous.
shower and a grower.
Yeah.
But
I got kind of nervous when I got pulled over there. I was like, man, Pat's gonna say some stupid shit.
it's possible. I didn't know either. I was like, I don't know what kind of Pat we getting right now. I have no idea. But
I know when it's business.
now things that I'm not calling anybody out, but thing is that when the lights pop on, the show's live, sometimes you get a different kind of person. Just throwing it out there too. Not saying it's you, because you were honestly, Brad, I thought you were great tonight.
Yeah, you did
I
good.
appreciate that. You know.
Yeah, I thought you had a
Much
great
love.
presence.
I really was worried about it. I was like, man, I could bring the show down. I was going to say, edit me out if you need to.
You were like the typical Angela Yee that we needed.
The Angela Yee.
Damn.
Wow.
Hey, every show needs an Angela Yee. He was Angela Yee. He was good. He was good, dude. He was great. But things that I'm not saying anybody we've dealt with, but sometimes that personality people have off camera, but when these lights come on, the mic comes on,
a whole different person.
it's a whole different person.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the first time you did a song.
Yeah, pretty much.
You start shaking.
Like as soon as that, all right, record, go.
Yeah,
that beat come on, it's like, oh shit.
It's a whole different story.
Yeah,
So I get it.
yeah.
But
things that you've been talking behind mics for almost as long as I have. So
shit, I started. Hey, what's up, Elena? What's up, Laners?
Yeah, do you remember your first time in front of the mic?
Yeah. So my first time in front of the mic, I was 15 years old.
tell me your backstory. What you do?
Yeah. So after party, right? So first time I was on the mic, I was 15 years old. I was doing a internship with Galesburg Broadcasting Communications in Galesburg, Illinois, and basically. You know, I brought this up on our podcast. I was doing commercials and stuff like that. I was getting paid part-time, nothing serious.
To talking to the mic, you were getting paid.
Yes.
Got it.
So I did like...
Was this a mic with like no hands or one you had to...
Yeah.
Did a mic have a bass?
Okay.
The shaft was heavy on the mic.
Okay,
So I fucking hate you, Pat. Nah, so...
so did you stroke the shaft, tickle the balls,
No.
swallow the pudding?
Don't forget about the gravy.
The gravy. And swallow the gravy. Sorry,
Tropic Thunder.
Dude, that shit had me
I hate you.
Go ahead.
Nah, so I worked for Galesburg Broadcasting as an intern for 6 months through the Upward Bound program. And then they hired me after that. I did some commercials, some that I've stated in the past that I'm not going to bring up again because I don't want to talk about it now. But I made decent money, actually. I made a lot of money off of that shit. And eventually I got good enough to where I had my own show every Sunday night from 8 to midnight. And that's where I actually originally got...
Damn, did you make the school Monday morning?
Yeah. So the way it works is...
Yeah. When you're young like that, man, you bounce back.
That's true.
8 to midnight?
And not just that. So first and foremost, my mom finished high school for me. Let me throw that out there. Secondly, I wasn't a very good school person.
We're gonna have to go back and take a look at your degree. You made to go back to high school.
Hey, that's
That's what he was.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Isn't there
Hurricane season.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm in there.
Mr. Honeyman looks like you
Yeah.
didn't finish 12th grade.
But,
We need you to come back.
Yeah, we're doing real well. But so I would do it. It's kind of like how we're doing it here. We would record. I would record literally from 6 to 10, and all my stuff would play from 8 to midnight.
Oh, okay.
So it
got
wasn't
you.
live. Nothing was ever live unless we said, "Hey, we're live from la la la." And I mean, it was a great experience. Everything that we do here on BLACKSnYAC and Word Around Town is close to being the same, other than visual effects. And that's the only thing I don't know how to do a lot of is the visual, and I'm learning.
I'd love to have a
But,
visual effects
yeah.
person.
And
If you're out there listening,
we got one. Don't worry about all that.
ooh,
We got one. He'll be on the way. Shout out to my man. I'm not even going to put his name out there right now because I want to make sure that he's going to come through. But
Okay.
He we've talked, and I know he knows his shit. But, yeah, so my background, I definitely have a lot of communications. I have if you look me up. Oh, yeah, so that's how I got my name, DJ Disher. It was DJ Disher dishing off the hits till midnight. every Sunday, and on what was that, FM 92.7, the Laser.
Could you walk back into the Laser right now and take your job back?
So, right now, I believe so. 5 to 7 years ago, I don't believe so, because I got fired for free advertising and some other stuff that I will tell you offline.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, we're offline now. Go ahead and tell the story.
Yeah. I like to plant trees when I was in high school. So when you plant trees, you have to water the trees, and I watered the trees a little too much.
Oh.
Makes sense?
Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, this podcast has definitely revamped my love for communications, though, and I'm excited to get started. You know, this is our first Word Around Town episode, our 7th or 6th.
No, it's number 7. Number 7 for BLACKSnYAC.
Yeah, so number 7, BLACKSnYAC. We got the Beltway Jones coming through. We got the current state of everything.
Untitled, always mastered.
Untitled, always mastered. So, I mean, we got a lot of projects that are coming out just for anybody that really does tune in. We appreciate all subscribers, all likes, all hours watched. That's what we're looking for. You know, and as Pat said in the past, you know, this is a great platform for us to be on, and it's a privilege to be on the microphone.
Yeah, it is also therapeutic too, to get your ideas out there, your thoughts,
opinions.
Yeah, that could live on forever. Like eventually, you look at it, your kids, 15, 16, my kids when they get the same age, they'll be sitting there watching this. So it's good to get my thoughts out there. And then let's say something were to happen to me or you, that they can see
or
who
Waddle.
we were.
He's got kids too. Waddle's got kids.
Yeah, Pat. I mean,
Got kids. Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah, kids. Yeah,
Kids. Yeah. Whatever.
Pat, if your kids out there remember you, your kids out there remember you too.
Every time
In Australia or New Zealand or
every time he busts on the couch.
Italy, or wherever you traveled to in the past. But no, seriously though, it's good just have something out there, current events, get your mind state of it. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful to have a podcast and be able to run it.
Are we calling it quits here, fellas? Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, like you said,
I'll run it out.
Trey Songz voice.
Yeah,
I'll speak for Bret. he didn't want to be that guy, but yeah.
Hold a second. AJ.
Yeah.
Cue that music.
Cue the music, baby. Shout out to all the followers on Facebook.